Oh yeah, stream time, baby. We have the one and the only Graeme Cowie, also known as McGeezer, showing us his new game Rygar today. And you know I have a lot of cats. Got a lot of cats. And you never know what the cat might drag in. And today the cat dragged in something pretty special and unexpected. Mattosoft, you had no idea Rygar had an Amiga port. That's because it's not out yet. That's because you're going to see it for the first time now, baby. Fishbot, what's up, my dude? Invent71, great to see you. I can't wait to enjoy your graphics today. Roar in the house. Razor XG. Playavelli, my man. Hope all is well, buddy. Yeah, wakey, Invent. I'm doing great, Roar. Retro Tech Dan, how's it going? Brother Bill in the house. It's a family affair today. Retro Bench, how's it going, Retro Bench? Always a pleasure. McGeezer75, my man. I can't wait to have you on the stream. Tiger Skunk, how's it going, guys? So today caught me a little bit by surprise. The stream is going to be extra awesome because of this surprise. So forgive me if I'm a little bit off. But it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be yo Razor XG with the resub. Thank you, Razor. You rock, dude. Snow Dog is here. I don't want to dilly dally around anymore. We gotta get this party started. This demo is pretty chill. It's a first place winning demo. I need to chill for a moment before we stream because it's gonna be a wild one. But it's a good demo. You're gonna like it, and you know how it goes. If you have a volume control on your listening device, turn it up, baby. Here we go. Turn it up. Yo,
What's up?
We Come in Peace by Elude. That was the first place winner, Breakpoint 2010, in the Amiga demo competition, Anthony. The past couple weeks, I've been playing all kinds of demos from Breakpoint 2010, man. This is crazy.
Dude, that was so off the hook. That first scene, I wanted to live there.
I
want to move there.
I don't know if I want to move there, but it looks like a pretty grim place. What's up, everyone? It is great to have you all today. Yo, Jost80, thank you for the sub, the resub. 21 months, Jost80. That is bananas. That is just crazy. Brother Bill is here, and Brother Anthony is
no
here.
Angel Wings this time. I got the horns now.
Yeah, exactly. In the flesh. Yo, Playavelli, thank you so much for the resub, dude. It's a pleasure to see you. Razor XG, everyone, thanks for hanging out today. We've got a special one planned today. Well, here's the thing. I planned the stream like weeks ago, Anthony, with Mick Geezer. Mick Geezer, Graeme Cowie, he's got a new game out called Rygar. It's a port of the classic arcade game. He is also the man He's also the man who did the port of Bomb Jack, and his version of Bomb Jack is called the Beer Edition. When I first saw like Bomb Jack Beer Edition, I was like, Beer Edition, I like this guy. so yeah,
it's Krupnik Edition.
The Krupnik Edition. Yeah, we'll have to get some Krupnik flowing for sure on the stream. So
I should say, hey, Brother Bill, I am not your brother. He is my brother.
So, no, some people are like, I didn't know Anthony was going to be here today. Otherwise, maybe we would have done this on the Guru Meditation. But I already had all planned out on the Twitch. So I was like, just come on the Twitch stream, Anthony. Yeah. But while you're here, while you're in town, I think we're going to have to do a Guru. We're going to have to do a Guru stream.
It's going to have to happen. We know it has to happen.
Santi Dark G, what's up, buddy? Yeah, dude. Mitso, what's up, Mitso?
Hey, everybody.
It is awesome to see everyone here. Tiger Skunk, AGA is cheating. Dude, Tiger Skunk, I appreciate the OCS, my man. Respect. So yeah, everyone's asking. Roar, it's great to see you, Roar. Everyone's asking how you doing, Anthony.
I'm doing good. You can see. Yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm high energy. We're doing this thing, man.
My wife just jazzed us up on some raw chocolate and tea.
Oh yeah.
I'm just lucky. I'm just happy that we both fit on the green screen. Like we're uncomfortably close to each other right now.
Real close. But as I said to Bill before, usually I'm sitting on an apple crate. I got a chair. I feel like a real star now. Now next time, gotta have my name on the back. And someone better be bringing me water.
We'll have a director's chair for you next time. I promise. I promise. Brother Bill's brother with Bill. You know what, Purple Haze Maker. How's it going, buddy? Jamie Morgan just games. Great to see you. Roar says it's nice to see the dream team back together. I agree, Roar. I agree. It feels natural. This feels right. Yeah. When I'm here all by myself, man, I'm lonely. I gotta admit, I'm lonely.
We gotta do something about that.
Yeah, we're fixing that.
I gotta attack more often. Attack. This is a snatch and grab, unexpected, undetected.
Those are the best, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Ash said hi. Svinto77 tag team stream. So today we're gonna have like 3 people on the stream. It's gonna be me, Anthony, and McGeezer. Graeme Cowie is gonna show us his new game. Now this is cool. Like I actually was prepared for today's stream. I actually have like I wrote up questions. I got
wrote up stuff, and we're throwing it out the window.
I got a whole
crumple it up, throw it right out.
I got a whole page of questions for Graeme, but this is gonna be cool because maybe you can play the game like while I ask the questions, or you can ask some questions while I play the game.
So people can see how bad I am at it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I like this idea.
I haven't played it much yet myself either.
But that's okay.
3D Code Warrior.
It's new to all of us.
Amiga Live, how's it going? Yeah, Anthony did meet the office manager. And my cats know Anthony well. You know, he's part of the family. 3D Code War, how's it going? Santi Dark G. Oh, Santi Dark G just got the ZZ 9000 board on the way for his 4000. We should have worn our Naughty Dogs.
I saw Ravi did some videos on that, installing it in his 4000. That board looks off the hook.
It does. Oh man, Miss DK, how's it going? Jamie, I think Andy's been on Twitch with me before. I think, but usually when we're together, we take it
on once.
Yeah,
with you before,
once before. But usually we take it to the Guru. You know what I mean? But this is an impromptu.
Do I have a work assignment? You know, he gives me work assignments. He knows I ain't gonna do them though.
Tiger Skunk, will McGeezer be naked on webcam today? Well, I don't know if he'll be naked, but he probably won't be wearing pants since you're only gonna see him from the waist up.
Hey, neither am I.
And we have to be careful. Usually I use this microphone up here and I don't have to worry. Like when I go to the bathroom, I can just go to the bathroom and not worry about it. But today, like we're wireless.
We may have a what movie was that?
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun moment.
Nice.
We'll hear what Bill sings when he's in the bathroom.
Yo, what's up, Ty Racer? Great to see you. Mandalorian123, what's up, dude? Santi Dark G. Oh, I didn't put my. Oh yeah, I better put my name on that list. Yeah, the Warp 1260 Anthony's coming out. There's a list.
Put me the list right now.
Santi sent me the link.
I need that link because I want to be on that list too.
Yeah, he's right. They might run a 060 soon. I need some 060 love in my new 1200 I got from the Retro Bench. Amiga Live, yes. Anthony did meet the office manager. Yes, he did. Like I said, Anthony knows all my cats well. They're all part of the family. You know what I mean?
In fact, I had to pay homage to them. I had to make my offerings to them. Most of that is, of course, petting when I got here.
That's all they need. That's all they need.
And I had to give a treat to one of them.
Nice.
He wouldn't let me go past the door unless I gave him a treat.
That's how you win the love of the office manager. You feed her and she'll love you long time. Oh, yo, DJ Billy Nest, what is up, my friend? Great to see you, DJ Billy Nest. Monster Joysticks is here. I actually have both the Greek stick and the Monster Joystick here ready to go. We're gonna lead off with the Monster Joystick today. It is just awesome, awesome stick for Rygar. As is, you haven't even seen the Greek stick yet. I gotta show you the Greek stick.
Oh yeah.
We'll bust that sucker out too.
The Greek stick, I may have to get that to go with my Greek Genlock.
Oh yeah, Anthony does have a Greek Genlock. That is correct, as you might have seen in our Genlock episode. We're gonna shoot a new episode of the Guru. Anthony's here too. It's gonna be awesome. DJ Billy Nest, it is a very pleasant surprise. Anthony's in the stream. I'm just as surprised as you.
Hey, Italy in his house.
Ciao. What's up, Skyzoo? Anthony and I both have Italian in us. I'm half Italian. This is gonna be a wild one. Yeah, exactly. Mick Geezer he likes to party like we do. Should we just? You want to get? Let's see. What time is it? 3:16. No, Anthony. Normally I start off with Amiga news here, but being that you're here, I figured
I am the news.
You are the news. Oh man. So, do you want? Maybe we'll just get the Geese on. The Geese, are you ready? Let me see if the McGee's is ready. McGeezer.
He may still need to take his pants off.
Let me see. I got him over here. Let's see if I can get him on. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit. McGeezer is ready. I say we just go for it and get McGeezer on. You know what I mean? Let's
just fly by the seat of your pants, even if you're not wearing them.
Exactly. I'm going to let's see. Boom boom. I'm gonna give him a ring. When he joins, I'm gonna hide us over here. There we go. Okay, there we are. I'm gonna make him full screen. Let's see. Boom. Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. New York calling the United Kingdom.
Hey Bill. Hey Anthony.
Hey.
There he is. What's up, Graeme?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Awesome. Let's get him on. I'm gonna pause the music so we can hear him clearly. I have 2 mics over here. It's crazy. I'm actually gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this setup here. There he is. What's up, Graeme? Great to see you, dude.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I was just watching the stream there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It is a pleasure and honor to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Graeme Cowie, also known as Mick Geezer. You may have seen me play here on the stream, the Bomb Jack Beer Edition. That was Graeme's handiwork. He is an expert at converting arcade games to the Amiga, and now his latest project is Rygar, which is like one of my favorite games. Believe it or not, I used to play Rygar on my NES. It was one of my favorite NES games. Didn't play it much in the arcade, but Rygar was Graeme's Graeme's second Amiga project, and it's going to be a pleasure to play it today here on stream.
Tell you, anybody who does stuff like this, I humbly bow to.
Graeme, welcome.
It's pretty much nearly killed me the last 2 years, but it's a nice hobby, really. Killing yourself doing computer games, but hey, I love it. You know what I mean?
well, Graeme, why don't you, for the folks who don't know you, why don't you just introduce yourself and give us a little bit of a background on yourself and what you do with the Amiga.
Yeah, so I pretty much started with the Amiga right back in, when I was probably about 14 or 15. Just generally playing games, and then actually before that I had an Atari ST. So when I was going to like the computer clubs and things like that, I got into kind of pirating games and things like that. But there was a group of guys there who got into programming. and I was kind of sort of like got into that a bit. And then I seen Hybris on the Amiga. I thought,
Oh, great game.
I love the sound of that. So I says to me dad, I says, look, I want rid of this Atari ST and I've got to buy an Amiga.
Chuck
And
it
he says,
right
well,
out.
yeah, basically that's what happened, and I think I might have broke it on purpose. And I got an Amiga, and it was just, it didn't look back, and I was just programming the Amiga. I didn't do anything really in the demo scene or anything like that, but I just loved to tinker around with assembler. Growing up, I kind of always wanted to be a games programmer, and then kind of life caught up with us, got a job, going to girls, that type of thing, and put the Amiga in the attic till about October 2017 when I got it back out again after a few beers and started work on Bombjack. And rest is history, really. I was just kind of didn't put it back really. I just continued working on games, and I love it.
Sweet. That's so. Bombjack was kind of the first thing you did when you got back into Amiga. That's incredible. And the way you say you just dabble in assembler is pretty crazy, because every time, Anthony, I see like assembly code, it just looks like a bunch of letters and numbers to me.
My eyes just go boom, and then suddenly I'm somewhere else, and I don't remember what I was looking at.
It was amazing how fast it actually came back to us. I was pretty shocked, really, but it did.
Yo, Matosoft, thank you for the host. Yeah, so you had to relearn assembly code. I can't even imagine that. That is just insane. And I like what you said about going to the user group meetings. And that's where Anthony and I met. We met at user group meeting here in Westchester, just north of New York City. User groups were the best way to connect back then. And it's still amazing. Like Graeme, we still meet in our user group like almost every month. But now this like Twitch and like online streaming like this is kind of a new way to bring everyone together. It's amazing. I've met so many new friends by doing the YouTube videos and by doing these streams. Especially these streams, they're like user group meetings with my friends around the world. It's quite remarkable.
Yeah, I will say there's one reason we still need the Atari ST is we need someone to port Fantasy 2 from the ST to the Amiga, so I can shut my friend up who says the ST is better than the Amiga because it doesn't have Fantasy 2. We got to shut him up someday.
I never played Fantasy 2.
Neither did I.
And so it's a non-issue for me.
I tried to tell him it's because the game was so bad, no one ever wanted to bring it to the Amiga.
That's hilarious. Amix, I'll check it. I'll check it in a second. So Graeme, so you're doing these arcade ports for the Amiga. Like, what possessed you to do your first one? I will play them both in a little bit. I'm gonna start playing them soon. But like, why did you choose Bombjack Beer Edition to be your first project back into the Amiga scene?
It was a bit of a funny one, actually. I think what it was that I actually came across some test graphics, which were from Bombjack, and I sort of like remembered back when I was about 15 or 16, sort of like probably a bit younger actually, going in the arcades. I used to live near the seafront, and I'd go in the arcades and I would just like play Bombjack for like ever. You know what I mean? It was just my go-to game. And I thought, oh, I've got these test graphics here. I think I'll just try moving a sprite around the screen, using assembler, and see if the old assembler came back to me. And sure enough, it did. And I sort of like says, all right, well, maybe I can move him around with a joystick, the little Bombjack guy. And then I thought, oh yeah, well, I've done that in a couple of hours, and then maybe I'll just add another couple of sprites here. And then it kind of snowballed into an entire big project, into a sort of like writing the entire game. And after about 3 or 4 months, I'd realised I'd went so far into actually creating the game that I kind of thought, I best finish this off. And that's what I did effectively. I just kind of started working on it from there, just like a bit of a test, and it kind of snowballed into building the game really. And I probably drank quite a bit of beer when I was doing it as well. So I thought, well, screw it, I'll just call it Beer Edition or something, you know what I mean? So the idea was to actually put beers in the game, but unfortunately it doesn't feature that much really. But that's how it happened really.
That's awesome. I feel like I kind of want to play Bombjack now that we're talking about it. We always do a little bit of jazz on this stream, Graeme. I was thinking of playing Bombjack at the end, but let's do the chronological history of McGeezer. Let's pop in some Bombjack. We'll play a little Bombjack, and then we can go back to it later, and then we'll do some Rygar. And yeah, it's a great question there, Purple Haze. I was going to ask him this at the end of the stream as well. But Graeme, do you have plans for any other ports of arcade games? Can you hand me that yellow floppy?
I don't think ports, because they kind of, it's, I've kind of done two now, and if I was going to do one, it would either be probably Kung Fu Master, which was another great game in the arcades, or Rolling Thunder. So if I do kind of change my mind, it will probably be one of those two games. Kung Fu Master will probably be about given I could probably take the Rygar engine, I could probably do that in about 2 months. But there's a guy already doing it in Blitz Basic, and it looks like he's got it down. He's going to be able to finish that. But no, I'm kind of got my heart set on doing my own game, which I can talk about what it's going to be, or what I think it's going to be.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I guess after doing 2 ports, now you just want to create your own game, which makes a lot of sense. You've kind of perfected the technical skills, which is something I want to get into. Like, I can't even imagine like where do you start when you want to take a game from the arcade and port it to the Amiga? Like, where do you even start? Because it's an arcade game. It's like, is this on a circuit board inside of an arcade machine?
Well, typically you'll start with MAME, so you've got like you've got the ROMs in MAME, haven't you? But you've got to, I think first and foremost, you've got to start with a love. You've got to really, if you kind of do the game, you've got to really kind of love the game to do it, because it takes, I don't know about other programmers, but for me it takes, if you're going to do a project, you've got to actually love the game to actually see it to appear on the Amiga. And that was a thing for me. I actually absolutely loved Bombjack as a game. And so that's kind of what got me through it, really. And it's the same for Rygar, and there's a few other games, that I love as well, but it's mainly the ones from my childhood. Where I'd spend just ages in the arcades. Kung Fu Master, Sidearms, Nemesis, Bombjack, Rygar, Hypersports. I spent a lot of time playing Hypersports in the arcade as well. But of course, the Amiga doesn't have enough buttons, joypad buttons, to actually do Hypersports justice.
So was part of it? I think I read in one of the English Amiga board threads that part of it was that you felt that there wasn't a good port of Bombjack that existed for Amiga, and that was kind of one of the reasons why you chose Bombjack, besides it being one of your favorite games.
Well, I guess that wasn't entirely the reason why I kind of picked on Bombjack. Although the version that Elite actually came out with wasn't, it wasn't very good, really. I didn't specifically pick on it for that reason. I just thought I could probably do a bit better, given that I've got the graphics from the arcade board, and I can kind of move these sprites around the screen a bit faster. And I thought, I'll give it a go, and it turned out all right. Now I'm just watching it. It looks arcade perfect, really.
It really does look arcade perfect. I mean, I haven't played a ton of Bombjack, but it's so funny. I kind of started playing Bombjack in the arcade after I started playing your game, because it inspired me to play it. It's a very, very difficult game, but it is super fun. It's simple premise, easy to learn, hard to master, right?
Definitely hard to master. And I imagine why you say you really have to love the game is if you're porting an arcade game, you're probably playing it a lot to make sure that you got things right.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to kind of know all the little intricacies of the game, like Bombjack. I mean, there's a whole strategy to getting like it's a high score game, right? But there's a whole strategy to actually getting like the top score. And I don't know about you, but we have here like once a year. There's kind of this big kind of it's like an event where we get all the arcade games turn up at one of the leisure centres that we have. And I was watching this guy play Bombjack there, and I was kind of watching him for about probably 20 minutes, and he got like this really high score. And like back in the day when you kind of swap over playing the game, and then due to me sort of like play testing on Bombjack when I was developing the game, I absolutely killed his score by about 2 million or something.
Wow.
And he wasn't too happy.
We have a friend like that who doesn't get too happy when we beat his high scores.
Oh yeah.
But Graeme, yeah. So, it's such an abstract world to me. When you start, doing these ports, where are these graphics? Are you ripping these sprites like from the ROMs, or I know Invent Kevin Saunders, who did the graphics for Rygar, is also in the chat, so maybe he can chime in. But I'm wondering, are you just ripping the sprites, or are you creating these, from scratch and just matching them to the originals as close as possible, or a combination of both?
No, they come from the arcade board. So if you use MAME, I think you press like F4 and you can sort of like see all the tiles and the graphics in the game. So originally they kind of come from that. So it's quite easy to actually extract them, extract the graphics that way. The tricky bit is that those arcade boards, they can sort of like move sprites around with quite a lot of colours. And the tricky bit is getting the Amiga to do that. So you've got to kind of down sample the palettes of the sprites. You've got to work out which ones you're going to use for hardware sprites. You've got, there's quite a bit of thought that needs to go into it, because you're working under quite a
Yeah, I make funny noises when I die in game.
But yeah, in short answer to your question, they come from the arcade board. I certainly couldn't draw graphics like that, as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and it makes it much more truer to the original instead of trying to like redraw. Because they can move so many sprites on the screen at one time and stuff, I'd imagine that you'd have to rely a little bit on the Amiga's custom chips to help you out.
Yeah, on this particular game, it's pretty much. Without getting super technical, I'm kind of using the 8 hardware sprites that the Amiga's got, with 4 colours, and those are like separated out. Like, for example, the main character Bombjack, he's a hardware sprite, and you've got the little P there, that's the power pill that's kind of moving around, that's a hardware sprite as well. So I'm kind of using the sprites, using the blitter to plot the sprites as well as the hardware sprites to get a total number, if you know what I mean. So you'll see the main enemies, they're more than like 4 colours, and so that typically means I've got to use the blitter to actually to plot the sprites, you see.
That makes sense. So like, what would the palette be of like the arcade port, and does the Amiga have enough colors in its palette to handle the number of colors the arcade has got?
I think I remember looking at this actually, because there was a guy, I can't remember his name, he'd done like a write-up about what this board is capable of, and it's something ridiculous. Like, each sprite can have like 64 colours.
Wow.
And like the backgrounds can be like 128 colours, and I distinctively remember it can throw around 32 sprites at any one time, without even blinking really. So it's kind of the OCS Amiga isn't quite that fast enough to do that, but I think I can go around 24 of them at the same time, keeping it at like 50 frames a second.
Wow, so do you have to like reduce the amount of colors though to make it fit within the parameters of what the Amiga is capable of?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You've kind of got the bitmap screen that's in this game is 32 colours, so you've kind of got to be clever as to what you need to actually plot for the performance. So when you're plotting a sprite, you're not plotting all of the colours, if that makes sense. You're just plotting some of them so you can squeeze every little ounce of performance out of the Amiga. And that's just the way it is. If you want the game to be kind of 50 frames a second, you've got to use kind of all the tricks in the book that you can find, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty amazing. So Invent Kevin Saunders, who's in the chat, is saying that that Dennis ripped all the sprites for Rygar. So I guess that's a 2-part process. So he ripped the sprites, and then I guess Kevin. What was Kevin's part in the graphics?
So for Rygar, you're absolutely right. My recollection was that Dennis did actually take all of the sprites out the arcade board. I don't know how he did that, because it was I think it was a bit of a specialised job that he did.
Wow.
Because it's not quite straightforward to actually do it on the Rygar board. But Kevin done, not taking anything away from Kevin, done an amazing job on the Rygar level map. just to kind of illustrate what it was like, is basically reconstructed using 16 by 16 pixel tiles every single map in Rygar, which is a big job. I certainly wouldn't like to do it, and I didn't when I was developing the game. I didn't find one single fault with any of the tile maps. I've got to hand it to him. He's done a genius amount of work there.
I can't even imagine. Well, as soon as Anthony's dead here, we'll boot up Rygar because I wanna check it out, and that's the star of the day. But Roar asked a great question. He's saying, did you consider any copper tricks when you were doing the port of the graphics?
Do you mean of Bombjack or of Rygar?
How about both? We'll start with Bombjack since we're playing it now.
Copper tricks in this game. I'm just trying to think. It does kind of have it. It is quite a colourful game. I don't think there's any main copper tricks done, like as in using the colours specifically, apart from the top there. You see where the top where you've got like this rainbow thing that's kind of cycling.
I see that.
The copper is kind of used a little bit there. Essentially, that's just kind of a little copper trick that's used to cycle the colours. I think that's about it. There wasn't really too, compared to Rygar, it's not really too copper heavy as far as colours are concerned. But Rygar is a different story. And when we come on the game, I'm happy to tell you why. It's because of the sheer amount of constraints I was under for the background. The background is I was limited to just like 7 colours, and I had to like really copperize that, if that's the right word.
Sure. Copperized, I like that. That's good. Anthony's too good at the game. We'll boot up Rygar in a second. Let's boot up some Rygar. Game over. Okay, perfect timing. All right, Graeme, we're gonna fire up some Rygar. Anthony, this key is not working, so if you can power off the Amiga over there for me. Perfect. All right, pop this out, and I'll take the red diskette, which is right here. Red for Rygar. So Graeme, I saw that you were making some labels for the Rygar, because you're going to be debuting this game at Amiga 34 this weekend in Germany. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Just how the labels came about. I was actually at work, and I came across probably about 30 packages of old Windows for Work groups, which were kind of in our data center. And I had a look at them, and each of these Windows for Work groups, which we're never ever going to use, had 8 floppy disks in them. And I thought, all right, I'll see if I can. So I went up and asked the asset guy if I could take these away, the floppy disks. And he says, yeah, no bother, you're doing us a favor. So I thought, all right, well, I might as well write the game to all these floppy disks, which I've done, and get a nice printed label as well. So I'm going to take them to Amiga 34, and if anybody wants to take the floppy disk with the Rygar label on, can do for a small fee.
So just to be clear, the game is not 8 floppies like Windows for Workgroups was, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's 1 floppy disk.
Awesome. Yeah. So Amix, so yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast at Amiga 34. I'm a little bit jealous. I know. In a last-minute effort, I think I was going to see if I could make it this week, and I know Amix312 from Amitopia was helping me out. But unfortunately, today, I'm just too booked up with work, so I don't think I'm going to make it to Amiga 34.
It's not a bad thing. Amiga 34 is great, but work helps too.
Work helps pay the bills, yeah. And I get to spend more time with you while you're here, so that's not so
Ed.
bad. But I'm so jealous. I hope you guys are going to have an amazing time. Anyway.
I'm jealous, too. Sounds like it's going to be a great show.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Dome Dags, thank you for the raid. It is a pleasure to have you, Dome Dags. Today, we are doing a special stream. I've got 2 guests on the stream today. I've got Graeme Cowie, also known as McGeezer. He is the creator of Bombjack Beer Edition. He's the guy down there. And also Rygar, which we are booting up right now. It's an arcade-perfect port of the game. And I also have my old buddy Anthony, who's up visiting from Florida, the other half of the Guru Meditation. He made a surprise visit on me today, so I was like, yeah, dude, this is awesome. I'm doing a stream with with McGeezer. Come on the stream and we'll play some Rygar. It's gonna be great. So thank you Dome Dags for the raid, and welcome all Dome Dags viewers. We are about to play Rygar AGA, which is going to be released this weekend at Amiga 34 in Germany. McGeezer will be there handing out discs. I wish I was there. Vicky Pixel Vixen, what's up, Vicky? Great to see you.
I see a cat back there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, McGeezer's got a cat. Awesome. I think the cat wants to go into another room.
I think the cat wants to go out.
Yeah, no problem. Yo, Snow Dog, thank you so much for the bits. He says, I hardly recognize Anthony without the wings. I much prefer Anthony without the wings. He's here in the flesh.
Yeah, I'm wingless.
Yeah, he's wingless. All right, so here we are, Graeme. So right now the game is floppy only, but you said at some point it's going to be a hard drive installable version.
Yeah, there's somebody actually creating a WHD load. And I've kind of got that in line with being released at the same time as the actual game's release. So I'll probably put a link to the WHD load version. Possibly later, if I have enough time, I might kind of have like a straight install from floppy disk to hard drive if I've got enough time to do it. But yeah, there's going to be a WHD load version. I guess everybody uses WHD load these days, so hopefully it won't be too much of a bother for people.
Oh, it'll be fine. I love popping in a real floppy and hearing the drive crank away. It's pretty awesome. Vicky Pixel Vixen says thank you for the power stick.
You're welcome, Pixel Vixen.
Sorry, Graeme. Sometimes I'll respond to some of the folks in chat. They're all super cool people. What's up, Raft the Megabyte? Great to see you. Amiga Love in the chat. What's up, buddy? He says great to see you in the flesh. So here we are. Here is
good to be in the flesh.
Yeah, it's good to yes. So here we are at the splash screen of Rygar. Seismic Mind presents Rygar Legendary Warrior. This game is public domain for the Commodore Amiga 1200 and 4000. It is an AGA game, a Rygar AGA. The code is by McGeezer, also known as Graeme Cowie. He's the gentleman at the bottom of your screen right now. Audio is by DJ MeTune. The disc code is by Ross. The music code is by PHX. The tiles are by Invent, who's also in chat, Invent71. Kevin Saunders, who's no stranger to these streams, also part of the Reshooter team. Kevin, great guy, massively talented artist. The rips, as we were talking about for Bomb Jack, when we were playing Bomb Jack, DLFR Silver did the rips. He did all the sprite rips, and the testing was done by Damien D and Malco. So you have quite a team here.
Yeah, I had quite a bit of help, doing it. But all those guys have done an absolute brilliant job. I've kind of just glued it all together from what them guys have done. So it's been really one of the most enjoyable things I've done is actually, I guess project managing the whole thing as well. Really enjoyed that bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. You're kind of like in the film terms, you're kind of like the producer or director, right? You assemble a great team of talented people, and you have the final vision in your head, and you just take everyone and you use their talents and bring everyone together and just assemble all the pieces to make the final piece. Yeah,
that's pretty much it. You sort like you want to get something done, and it's just using the drive to try to get the best out of people, I guess.
What's up, Battle Fans? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining the stream, everyone, we are playing Rygar AGA, a brand new port of the classic arcade game Rygar that has been done by McGeezer, Graeme Cowie, who's in the stream with us. I got my buddy Anthony as a guest on my stream today as well. Let's start playing some Rygar, Anthony.
Yeah, we technically are not playing it yet. I wanted to know if you wanted to have the honor of first game
you are my guest.
Oh,
you are my guest.
I didn't want to take it from you, but now I'll take it from you.
Rusty.rs, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it very, very much. You'll get some Amiga stuff for sure, Battle Pants.
Because here it comes.
All right. I was going to look at the menu screen, but we're going right into it. Well, I'm sure you'll die soon enough.
Dive right in. And I'm going to die quick, so don't worry. I'm going to show you all how good you are at this game.
Yo, the 200, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What's up, Dadler? Yes, we are using a 2-button joystick. So that's the fire to jump, obviously. I was going to read it. So is that the same exact opening as there is in the arcade, Graeme?
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
Actually, not jump.
There. So yeah.
It looks amazing, Graeme. Now, like I said, I used to play the NES version a lot. I think, Anthony, I think there might be a little bug happening. We might have to reboot.
Because I'm jumped, but I'm not like I look like I'm jumping, like I'm doing the.
Do you want to just die and then it should? I think it'll fix itself. Just run into one of the enemies.
I want to die, but I can't stop pushing the fire button for some reason.
There you go.
I like killing things.
No, you're good. You're good. Yo, Andy Magic Knight, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. Ash, you love this game? Nice. Amiga Live says, wow, the color tweak worked out well. It's awesome to have everyone here. Thank you to 5200 for the new follow. Appreciate that. So, Graeme, it looks incredible. Like I said, I used to play this on the NES, and I remember on the NES, like you would throw your weapon out, and you would hit the enemies, and they would kind of fall back, and some of them would take multiple hits. And I'm saying I'm not seeing that here, so I guess this is true to the arcade.
Yeah, it's some of the enemies take like a few hits. There's like a big Rygar, big rhino. That's on one of the stages, and the dragons take extra hits as well.
Gotcha.
I am obviously a beginner.
Yo, One Battle Pants, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So I see here on the screen, I see you can enter a password, select your difficulty. The controller is a very interesting one. You can choose a 2-button layout or a single button layout. You know, traditionally Amiga has got a single button joystick, where you would press up on the joystick to jump. But now we've got great sticks like the Greek stick and like the monster joystick that come with 2 buttons. And like the CD32, that has multiple buttons. So it's great that you can use the second button to jump. It makes it much, much easier. Yo, Michael Hertz, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it, Michael. Thank you. Megahertz. Sorry, Megahertz. That's hilarious. That's a good one. So Graeme, yeah, great job doing. Now in the arcade, was it a 2-button game in the arcade?
Yeah, the thing about this game, it's a 2-button game, definitely. You know, you've got to, if you want to get any sort of distance in it, you've got to use them 2 buttons. So yeah, hopefully it'll not have that weird bug this time, which I'll have to fix, I guess.
Oh man, yo, 10-minute Amiga Retrocast, what's up, dude? Great to see you. Poetic Android. Jamie Morgan Just Games is a 1-button kind of guy, and Pred Seda Lemon Amiga also likes 1 buttons. Yeah, it's Tiger Skunk says 2-button joysticks where it's at. Foulweb, what's up, Foulweb? I think McGeezer, I would say I'd definitely go 2-button with this one because that's the way it was in the arcade, and you're trying to make an arcade perfect port. So I would definitely go 2-button.
Well, let's see how the controls work in 1 button.
It's definitely a 2-button game. You've got to otherwise you can kind of. I think under the testing I used. I was able to get with just the 1-button joystick, which is the competition pro I've got. I got up to around about level 6, and then after that it just gets too busy to actually get any further than that, because you kind of got to jump and fire at the same time, and getting that you've kind of got to get that precision going with the 2 buttons.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. I've only played a 2-button so far in the limited amount of time that I've played it. So this is looking absolutely incredible. I can't even imagine the amount of work and effort you put into this. I had some of my earlier questions were about did you draw these graphics from scratch or were they ripped? Obviously these were ripped from the actual arcade game. How long did it take you to do this, McGeezer?
So I started work on it. I think it was about the 27th of July, 2018, and it was for the Amiga game competition in 2018. So, that's I started working it then, and then I worked on it solidly for around at least 12 months, and that's pretty much what I did. So I started July, let's say August 2018, and I finished probably. I'm still not finished because it looks like there's some bugs still in the game. So I would say I've finished, end of August.
If you just Amiga love, these hands are deadly weapons.
Oh yeah, One Battle Band started using a Mega Drive Genesis controller for the Amiga. That's a good way to do it too. Yeah, it plugs right in.
I still like the Amiga Power Stick though. It's a 1-button, but
it fits in your hand perfectly. It's small and precise. It's pretty awesome. That's the great thing about joysticks. Sometimes I whip out the Greek stick, sometimes I whip out the monster joystick, sometimes I go classic, And it's just kind of like I said, it's the right tool for the job. You know,
I don't know if that was generally a bug. That could have just been my evilness.
I think this is set to one button.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Oh, no wonder why.
One button just to try to control.
Gotcha. I'm gonna wipe for a second. Jamie Morgan likes the zip stick. Oh yeah. So in that 1 year time, that is a massively long time. Like how many hours did you put in on this, McGeezer?
Yeah, I think it's probably something like, I mean, to give you an example, I was probably working on it most days for like 2 hours, 3 hours a day. So I probably racked up about, when I worked it out, probably about 1,000 hours.
Wow.
And I think the main thing is, like, although you can rip the graphics using MAME, the code has to all come from you coding it, right?
Absolutely. So it's a written from scratch game. Every bit of it, around about 22,000 lines of assembler that's gone in there.
How many lines?
22,000.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Guys, what I want to do is McGeezer also streamed some of his development of the game, and I want to show you guys that as well. But first I want to play a bit here. There we go. Okay, now we're rocking, Anthony. The game feels incredible, Graeme. So I'm playing the game here. I see there's a timer counting down. So is there, when the timer runs out, do you die, or do you just not get a time bonus at the end?
So when the time runs out, when it gets to around about 5 seconds remaining, there's kind of an evil, I guess you call him an evil demon turns up, and the screen will kind of fade to black, and then it's quite difficult to avoid the evil demon. So you've kind of got to go faster and faster to get to the end of the round. And so but you can kind of pick up the little timer emblems, which will give you extra 20 seconds of time.
Oh, is that okay? I was going to ask you that. Are the red ones timer emblems?
So you'll actually see them. So that's that thing that just dropped there. It's the little tiger emblem that'll give you extra powers. So you'll see them. They're like labelled with a T for time. So you'll be able to
it's like Mario. You can land on their heads and knock them out.
Yeah, exactly. I usually play a little better than that, but I stunk. Yeah, 22,000 lines of assembly code is insane. Andy says, Graeme, you're awesome. Really nice port of Rygar. I've seen a lot of people saying that. This is amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I love it.
You might want to enable the cheats, Bill, so you can. I'll show you how to do that if you want.
Sure. I'm gonna give it one more go without the cheats, and then we'll do it. Yeah, it is Rafe. 20,000 lines of assembler is crazy. Amiga Live thinks I should get a cheat code. I'm not a cheat.
I think I need it more than him. I didn't get as far.
No, Jamie Morgan knows what's up. So I'm looking at let me just get the playing get an idea of the playing field here. So I see there's a map in the lower right corner that shows me where I am on each round, each level. How many levels are there in the game?
So in the arcade game there's 27 levels. But in this one I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to kind of build the game, why not add some extra bits myself? So there's actually 30 rounds in this game.
Nice.
Just to
it's actually improved.
Just to make it exclusive,
And so those are levels that you and your team made up?
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
So Kevin actually built a couple of the levels. I think I did one level. And there's a really nice level actually, which is round 14, which was added, where I've put in some parallax clouds in the background, and it really, really looks awesome. I was so impressed when I got that to work. So you'll have to take a look at that, definitely.
That's I've never made it to round 14. I don't think I've made it past round 5. So playing this game, I played it for a couple times last night, making bug testing it to make sure it worked and all that good stuff, and it works great. What's a good strategy for getting a high score here? Like, do you want to play for levels? Because I can get through the level pretty easily if I just kind of speed run through it without killing all the enemies. But if I want to kill the enemies and then get all the pickups, is that a better strategy to get a high score?
So what will happen is that you'll get a weapon drop around about every 60 to 70 times that you kill an enemy. So if you kill 70 enemies, 60, 70 enemies, you'll get a weapon drop. So my strategy when I play the game is normally to kill as many enemies as possible. But again, it's kind of one of them things where you've got to keep an eye on the timer. You know, if you're low on time, then get to the end of the round really as fast as you possibly can.
Oh, I see. I got an extra gun. So, what did I pick up there? I saw a T. That gives you extra time. I've picked up a lot of red power-ups too. What do the red ones do?
So the red, most of them are just extra points. So the red ones will give you, I think it's 500 points, and there's a couple of blue ones as well, which will give you. So there's a blue one that'll give you 1,000 points, and I think it's 2,000 points. But then there's a whole host of weapons that you can pick up as well. Another thing as well, you might have noticed that when you're in the menu of the game, there's the difficulty. Which you can set from beginner to warrior. What you'll notice is that when you set that, it'll change the amount of time that you have, and it'll also change the amount that you need to get before you'll get an extra life. So I thought, well, even if it's like not too hard as beginner, I thought I'd make it extra hard for people who get really, really good at the game, you know.
Sure, it gives it a lot more replayability. But 30 levels, wow, that is amazing. That would be cool, Rafe. Someone's got a question here. If anyone, Amiga Live says that he sees you corrected the animation is perfect now. If it moves, kill it. If anyone has a question for McGeezer, if you can do @AmigaBuild, then I can ask him the question, because sometimes I don't see it. Especially today, I'm like sitting further away from my chat than normal. Jamie Morgan just game said, do you earn lives through score?
Yes, you can get extra. Those little stones that pop up will sometimes have an extra life in them, but as you can see in the top right corner, it says extra and then 50,000. So that means you'll get, when you reach 50,000 points, you'll get an extra life. So once you hit 50,000, it gives you an extra life, and I think it goes to 200,000 and then 500,000. So, you know, it's just a way to make the game slightly easier, you know.
Yeah, that makes a lot, and it's cool. There's two ways. I've got a lot of questions for you, but here's a really good one that Epic Android is asking. We really, you know, the Amiga community like really appreciates your efforts very, very much, Graeme. You're incredible, and we, you know, Anthony and I really appreciate. We always say like anyone who makes new Amiga games or new Amiga hardware in like 2019 is like a hero to us. So Epic is asking, how can we support you, Graeme? Is there any way we can support you? I know you probably can't sell this game, being that it's a copywritten game, right? I would imagine. So is there a way that we can support you to say, you know, we appreciate you in the Amiga community. Thanks for putting in thousands of hours of work to give us these really fun games.
Yeah, drop you some beer money or something.
Yeah, the beer edition needs some beer.
You know what? I mean, I'm just happy to sort of like be involved. Really, I was kind of thinking about this. You know, you know, it's took a long time to do it, but it's a hobby. You know, I don't need to do it to sort of like you know, pay the wages or anything like that. You know, I've got a full-time job. But you know, I guess the supporters, there's the Rygar Facebook page. What I'm kind of keen on doing is making sure that, you know, the next project I do, and this is the reason why the next project I do, I kind of want to be my own game, that I can, you know, that I can sort of like put in a nice physical box, and you know, and really sort of like get it out there for people to buy, and you know, show what I can really do, you know. So yeah, I mean, just follow the Rygar page on Facebook, you know, and what's a really good read as well is, if you want to know what goes into actually making a game like Rygar, is read the development diary on the English Amiga board in the coders section. You know, I kind of went through like daily updates almost, showing, right, I've done this part of the game, I've done that part of the game, and you know, just like every other day an update. And what really kind of spurred us on was the feedback I was getting from those guys who were responding in the forum, and you know, giving me feedback saying this doesn't work, that doesn't work. That really helped with the motivation, you know.
Okay, somebody asked, is there a code for level save? And I'm assuming that's this enter password will get you further to the whatever level you got a password for.
Yeah, so absolutely. So if you don't have the cheats enabled, every fourth round that you reach, you'll see a pop up on the screen which will give you like a 5-digit round code. And so that if you want to get to round 5 straight from the menu, you can just put in the round code. But every single round has a round code. So if you want to go to round 2, you can put in a code all the way up to round 30. So the idea is that you reach, the further you reach in the game, you can it'll give you the round codes as you go further on. And then if you get to say if you're having a problem with round 10, for example, that you're really struggling with, you can just put in the round 10 code and practice at it. So the idea is that you can, with kind of 3 lives, you can actually go from round 1 all the way and complete the game up to round 30 without using the round codes, which is a tall ask.
I can't even fathom. Graeme, I see some people pulling up some really interesting things here in the chat. I'm just doing multitasking here. Let me see this. Boom, boom. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull some stuff up on the screen for you since you mentioned it. There's the YouTube channel. Cool. So Graeme has got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna throw that into the chat right now, which he did live streams of the development of Rygar, and it is just awesome. So I'm gonna everyone should go subscribe to him right now. Graheme, Graeme's YouTube. Boom. There you go. And we can bring it up on the screen right now, actually. I want to. There was another question. Howard, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Poetic Android, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate that very, very much. Poetic Android has shared rewards with 3 others in chat. Poetic, thank you for your generosity. I appreciate that very much. So Ty Racer asked, I think you mentioned that when I was just searching here for your YouTube channel. Ty Racer asked, is there a code for level save? And you just answered that. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, great.
So every round has a code, yeah.
And Jamie Morgan Just Games, one of the great Amiga gamers on the planet, he asked, streaming every Friday evening on YouTube, he's asking what part of the game was most difficult to achieve?
That's a good question, Jamie, yeah. Most difficult part.
Subscribe.
We got up on the screen right now, Anthony.
I would say the hardest part of doing the game is actually keeping motivated. It's a really deep space game from a programming perspective to actually do. But technically, what was the most difficult part? I guess doing the the game throws around a lot of sprites. At any one time there can be like 24 sprites pushing around the screen at any one time. Getting the performance of that was quite actually difficult, and it uses a combination of hardware sprites, using the AGA capabilities, as well as the blitter, and so there's quite a lot of jiggery pokery going on, and some clever stuff going on to actually get that level of performance out of the game. Which, had I not been able to do that, it would have, you would have had a kind of I guess a game that was running at 25 frames or something like that, and it just wouldn't have been as good. So I did spend a lot of time spending on the performance stuff.
So the game does run at 50 frames per second.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's butter.
Yeah, on the stock Amiga as well. I was really keen for it to stock Amiga 1200. I just wanted it to run as smooth as I possibly could, because that's the challenge, isn't it? I'm a classic Amiga guy. I wanted it to run nice on my Amiga. Although I've got an accelerator card as well, which I can plug in. So yeah, that just looking here at the development videos, lots of bugs in those.
Yeah, so so this will run on a stock Amiga 1200, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Stock Amiga 1200. That's what it was tested on, so yeah.
Amazing. I'm just going to, let's see, you sent me another link. Your YouTube channel looks amazing. There's so much Rygar on this YouTube, and there's some Bomb Jack down here as well. Yeah, so I started watching one of the streams I had up. Let me just switch over here for a second, and I just want to pull up my Facebook discussion here.
I'm guessing the advantage of running on a stock 1200 is it will also run on like a CD32, which usually don't have accelerators or additional memory.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I haven't actually made it work on a CD32. Probably wouldn't be a lot of work to actually get it to do that. So yeah, with a little bit of work, it could go on a CD30 without much of a problem.
Roar is saying, I can promise you here now, and I'll most certainly buy your next game no matter what it may be. Amiga Love says, Graham's attitude is what makes the Amiga community strong. Hats off to you, sir. Agreed.
I don't have
well
one
said.
on, but I'll take it off.
I would take mine off, but it's kind of under my thing right now. Epic Android, subscribe to Graham's YouTube. Excellent. Jamie Morgan agrees 100%. Graham is the man, says Tiger Skunk. Yeah, you rock, Graham. Lonesome Amiga Bell. What's up? I love Macau. What's going? I'm looking for. Thank you, Jamie Morgan. I'm looking for any questions that I may have missed. But Foul Web, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it very, very much, Foul Web. Dino, what's up, Dino? Dino is creator of the Greek stick, which we're gonna have to bust out in a second.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. I'm just looking to see if anyone has any questions. If anyone has any questions for Graham that you'd like me to ask him, please just do @AmigaBill and mention me, because it makes it a little bit easier for me to see in the chat. I'm getting old, and now that Anthony's here, I'm sitting farther away from my chat than usual. So how am I squinting? I'm like trying to look. Oh, and someone just followed. Oh, the great question by Whitey Snakey. What's up? A very good question, because we are here in the United States in NTSC land, and Whitey's
Not
asking.
the same color twice.
Yes, and he's asking if this game will work in NTSC or is it PAL only.
Unfortunately, it's PAL only, and there's a pretty good reason for that. NTSC mode is only typically has 200 lines, vertical lines, and the arcade with the arcade board, it actually has a resolution of I think it's 224 wide by 256 in depth. So the PAL mode can just about squeeze it in. But unfortunately, NTSC. I mean, I guess I could have rearranged the display and things like that. But that adds then a whole other world of pain into getting it to work with NTSC. And I don't think it's a huge, great big deal these days. I don't think.
Oh no, I don't think so either. Because look, here we are. This is an NTSC Amiga 1200. Let's see. Let me pull it up. I'll show you my. Are you wearing pants, Anthony? There you go.
Maybe.
So this is my NTSC Amiga 1200 here, and that's what we're playing the game on now. So it's so it runs fine. You can just choose PAL at the beginning, in the boot sequence, and you're good to go. Foul Web, thank you for the follow. Someone else just followed. I'm sorry. Bald Engineer. Bald is beautiful. Thank you for the follow, Bald Engineer. Andy Magic Knight has a great question, because we have some up on the screen right now, Graham. I don't know if you can see the stream, but I'm playing your development, the original Rygar development video, and I see it looks like it's actually looking like you are in a Windows or a PC world here. So Andy's question is, what dev tools were used to create this game?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm talking about that. Typically, the development environment is on Windows, and I use actually something what's called a tool chain, and that's just kind of a group of utilities which are kind of glued together to develop the game. And there's a few ways to do it, but what I use is actually a program called Notepad++, which is what you're seeing on the screen at the minute, which is quite it's a common text editor. Just makes things look nice to and highlight your code and things like that. But I also use WinUAE, which is the Amiga emulator, which is a fantastic program really. When for what it does, it's absolutely brilliant. I can't thank Tony Willen enough for what he's done there.
WinUAE is amazing.
And I use to assemble the game, so to take the actual assembler and convert it into an Amiga executable, I use a tool called VASM, that's VASM, and that produces kind of an Amiga executable, which I then store on a virtual hard drive, and with just a few button clicks, I think I press Shift F11, and then it'll run the game. But if I want to press Shift and F12, I can actually go and debug the game, which is you just had that on the screen there in one of the utilities that I use, which is Monam. And I can kind of debug the routines and see what's going on inside the game, that type of stuff. So yeah, so it's to summarize, it's a combination of Notepad++, WinUAE, and WinUAE, and what's the other one? My mind's gone.
The one's on the screen right now.
Yeah, so that's Monam, but also Vasm as well.
Vasm, right.
So yeah, so those three things. I think I've got a video on my YouTube channel which shows you how to configure all that up. Actually, if you wanted to get started.
It looks amazing. Like it's all it's all Greek to me when I see all the numbers. It's amazing how you can program an assembler. And obviously programming assembly gives you the best experience as a user. Some of the best games I've played on Amiga all end up in assembler. Even some people I know, like I think for Reshooter they might use some C++ as well. But it all ends up kind of as compiled assembly code. It's incredible. Thank you. Jamie Morgan says incredible achievement. Dino, we're great. Thank you, dude. Bro Bryce, what's up, buddy? Great to see you. Let's see. What am I? Okay. Tie Racer's got a good one. Is the Rygar difficulty casual or is it harder to see arcade?
It's actually a bit of both, really, because the first rounds of Rygar on the Amiga, I think, are actually quite a bit easier than the arcade, but then the arcade ramps up in difficulty quite drastically. So I kind of done that on purpose, is to get more people to play the game and try to get a bit further into the game on the Amiga. But the coin op version of the game was a real coin eater. We would put like 10 pence in that, and you'd just die within like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to take. They're a businessman. They want to take your money.
Yep.
Kia Santh. I think Graeme just answered your question, but that's a great question. Kia was asking what tool set you were using up on the screen. Right now, guys, I am looking at a video clip from Graeme's YouTube channel where he has well documented his development of Rygar. It is one of the most I was perusing your YouTube last night, and it is one of the most educational channels out there. It's amazing, and you explain things really, really well. Like I said, when I see hexadecimal and assembly coding, I don't know what's going on, but the way you explained everything, you took like a higher level approach. So even though I didn't know the nitty gritty of what you're doing, I still like understood the process, and that was really, really cool. So you have a great way of explaining things on your channel. I highly recommend everyone go follow him on YouTube.
It's actually pretty cool. You see, how because of WinUAE, the ability to develop on a PC or even a Mac and then just get your code over to an Amiga to try it out must make things a lot easier than it was back when you actually coded on the Amiga.
Absolutely. When I first started doing building Bomb Jack Beer Edition, actually, I used to use the traditional tools that the developers would use back in the day, which was it was a tool set called DevPack from a company called Highsoft. And the problem with that is that you're using your dev environment is actually on the Amiga, and with assembly you tend to crash things a lot. So you'd have to kind of restart the Amiga once you've crashed it, and you've got to it takes quite a lot of time. So that's why I switched over to using the more modern tools, because it went from it would take maybe like 30 seconds to do a test of your game down to like sub 1 second to do a test of your game. So it's worth investing that time and getting the tool chain working if you're serious about this stuff, and because that time saver really paid off. I mean, I'd probably be 80 years old if I kept using DevPack, which way I was.
That makes a lot of sense. I know like Eric Hogan, who I've had on the stream a bunch of times as well. He also uses WinUAE for all of his development for CD32. It's a powerful tool. It's amazing that you can use emulation to actually develop a game and program in assembly. It's amazing. It's a great tool. Marvin Drugsmo, what's up, buddy? Great to see you, Marvin. I hope all is well. Thank you for the 100 bits, buddy. I hope you're doing great, Marvin. Long time. Ski is asking, have you followed what Dino Dini has done with the Amiga game Kickoff onto his new next gen consoles?
I haven't. I actually bought Kickoff actually for my PS4, and but yeah, I haven't. You know, obviously it's a Tecmo game, so I guess the anything to do with that would really be up to Tecmo and not me.
Oh, I gotta switch over here so you can see what you're doing. That makes gotcha. It's so cool that he's porting it to a PS4. That's great. Jamie Morgan just games. What genre would I like to make if I made my own game? Jamie, I like arcade shooters. Those are my favorites. Or maybe I would do an arcade shooter. I love arcade shooters. Playvelly is asking if you ever translated assembly into C++.
No, I'm a pure assembler guy. Although I can read C++ and and other languages, I tend to work a lot of work in Python, which is a much higher level language. But that's typically because of the type of work that I do. Working in computer security, it's Python is what everybody programs in. So I guess it's just Python and an assembler. So as far as you tend to do quite a bit of mathematics in games like this. So I've used Python to actually generate mathematical tables and things like that. So that's the two languages I use. There's not a single bit of C in the game.
Go ahead, sorry.
It's a bit of a because it means I can't port it to anything else. But
But who cares? So yeah, the Mirror Amiga. And if you want to play it on a PC, you can just use WinUAE. So we're good to go. Yeah, Marvin, new Amiga software development makes us very happy too. Agreed. Raph has a great point. Just in general, he's saying, does Twitch save the streams like YouTube does? He's really enjoying the conversation. I appreciate that, Raph. And yes, the stream will be saved right here on Twitch. What I do is I make a highlight, and it will be preserved for as long as Twitch lasts. I also have a special YouTube channel where I just put all my Twitch stream archives. I have to update that. I haven't updated that in a while. I haven't been doing it much because now
I don't know if I've seen your later streams up.
I haven't posted them.
YouTube.
I haven't been posting them, but I will put it on YouTube as well. But you can come right here. You can go to twitch.tv/AmigaBill/videos, and this will be archived here. Great question. Kia's asking, Mon Am, is that from DevPack? Mon Am?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It is. So back in the day, I would program using DevPack, which includes the tool Monam, which is it's called the monitor, and that's what you use for debugging. And I kind of never really got rid of that. I kind of so used to it that I kept that for coding Rygar, and it's really useful. It's like a super useful tool that it just makes life a lot easier.
Cool. Andy Amiga 7. I'm sorry, Andy not Amiga 7. Andy Magic Knight saying, what hardware reference guides are available for programmers to learn the Amiga hardware control? He's an ex-SR programmer, for what it's worth. Did you know of any guides? I'm not actually a programmer myself. I was showing Graeme doing the programming on the screen. I remember I had like an Amiga C reference guide, but I never really learned C. So Graeme, do you know of any guides that may be available to learn how to program on Amiga?
Well, I mean, the guide that I use is this one here. It's the Amiga hardware reference manual, which I used to have back in the day.
Let me pull that up on the screen. Let's see. Boom, I think. Yeah, there you are. You can put it up. I got you full screen now.
Yeah, I actually lost it, but I picked up another copy of it on eBay for £4, which I was so happy about, because if you look at them now, they go for a bit more than that these days. So yeah, I mean that's like an essential thing to have, really, if you're going to do some assembly programming on the Amiga. But one of the things I'm actually going to do is actually do a few more of those tutorial videos, because I really enjoy doing them, and I do, I just like teaching people.
Can you do a tutorial on how not to suck at the game like I do?
Oh man, I'm gonna. You know what, Anthony? Let me just make sure I have the right URL. I'm gonna throw Graham's YouTube channel in the chat again. The link to his YouTube channel because it's fantastic. It is very very educational. I'm gonna throw this in the chat again. Graham's YouTube. Graham's. I should have made it commands. If I had time to prepare for the stream, I would have. There we go. That's a. You all go subscribe right now. Graham's YouTube is amazing. Let's see. What am I? Oh, Fal wants the box version. Nice. Now, yeah. Hey, Bitbeam Cannon. Great to see you. Anthony, you gotta see Bitbeam's new game. I don't know if you saw my stream with Metro Siege. These guys are making some incredible games too. Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta play some Metro Siege later too. Bitbeam, I hope all's well, buddy. It's great to see you here. Bitbeam is saying great work on Rygar, Graham, and I don't know if you've seen Metro Siege, Graham, but it's something spectacular.
Yeah, it looks like a really good game. So yeah, I think I'll probably be bumping into Mike at Amiga 34, I guess. He wants to stop by my table.
Yeah, you guys will get along real well. Mike's a really nice guy, and I had a really really great time having him on the stream. It was an awesome time. Yeah. So, Bro Bryce Health is saying it's very inspiring to be around developers and have them explain in a way that can be grasped. Yeah, Bro Bryce, I agree completely because, like I said, bro, I don't understand assembly code, yet I was still able to watch Graham's videos and get a grasp for like the overall concept of what he was doing. DJ Billy Ness says Rygar is awesome. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Metro Siege is making steady progress. Nice. He's getting ready for Amiga 34 in Germany. Nice. Oh, Marvin has a great question. Would a 68030 or 040 give you more options for the game? Or is 68,000 good enough?
So 60. So the A1200 has a 6820, right?
Yeah, built in. Yeah, it comes with. Yeah, so Marvin, this is an AGA game. Yeah. Amiga 1200, Amiga 4000.
Yeah. So for 68,000 game, it's too much of a stretch.
Oh, look at that. There was a thing there that wasn't picking up. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's bug. So yeah, the Amiga 500, lots of very good machine. It's just for throwing around all those sprites. I couldn't get it to go, So that's primarily why I chose the A1200. But I did bomb jack for the A500. And I thought, oh well, I had an A1200 back in the day as well, so I thought, why not? Let's do it. Because I don't know whether you guys know, but there was an attempt made at actually doing Rygar for the A500 as well. A guy called Sandruzo tried to code that, but unfortunately he didn't manage to actually do it. So I kind of, I thought, my understanding was as well as that it would be a bit too difficult to do it on an A500 OCS machine. So hence the reason why we have it on a A1200.
Oh, well, it works great. I mean, 1200 is is a common one, and 1200, 4000, and it's great. It runs super smooth and super buttery. And of course, if you don't have a 1200, 4000, it runs great in WinUAE as well.
UAE.
Yeah, all the great emulators. So no problems there. Amiga Love would love to be a programmer, but then there's the whole learning to program thing and the math thing. Hilarious. Foulweb has got the same book, but he can't do things like you, Graham. It is really amazing what you can do. Hey, what's up, Corianis? Great to see you. Comatron subscribed. He loved the kind of content you've got on your YouTube channel. Bitbeam Cameron is looking forward to meeting you at Amiga 34. You guys are going to hit it off really well. Yo, Mako Zest, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. If you're new to the stream, today we are streaming with Graeme Cowie, who's all the way down there at the bottom, also known as McGeezer. Graeme has ported 2 games to the Amiga. He's ported Bomb Jack Beer Edition, and his latest port is Rygar AGA, which we're playing right now. It will be released this weekend at Amiga 34 in Germany. And I'm Bill. I stream Amiga stuff once a week over here on Twitch. Today, I'm joined by my YouTube partner in crime, Anthony, who happens to be in town. Anthony and I, unfortunately, don't live near each other anymore, but Anthony's in town visiting, so I invited him on the stream today and to hang out with Graeme. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. Roar says that you should ask Michael Bitbeam Cameron to do your graphics. Yeah, Michael's amazing. Although he's got a pretty good team member there. Kevin, Mr. Invent, is incredible talent. Metal Dirt Monkey, thank you for the host. Yeah, Kevin hangs out in my Discord a lot, and his artwork is just stunning. As is Michael's. They're both extremely talented guys.
Bill, so somebody mentioned about a boxed edition of the game. If I just mention about that. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, Graeme. I love it. I'm sorry. I try and keep up with the chat, but sometimes I get a little bit behind. Andy Magic Knight just got the book on eBay for €90. Nice, Andy. Awesome, dude.
A very expensive book.
It became very expensive, but it'll be worth it. Sure. So Graeme, talk about a box version of the game.
Yeah. So I was hoping I would actually get a license from Tecmo to do the game. So I had 10 boxes actually created, so physical boxes created for the game. So 5 of those are going to go to the developer, to the developers, I should say, and the rest of the boxes are I'm going to take to Amiga 34. So a couple of things for when I do actually get to Amiga. If you're there on the Saturday when I'm there, there's a couple of ways to win a boxed version of the game. So that's.
Oh wow! Hold on, let me get you full screen there.
Sweet. Yeah,
let me get you full screen there. Boom! Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh my god.
So yeah,
that's beautiful.
You got the double check logo.
Yeah.
Old school.
Who did the artwork on the cover? It looks amazing.
So Kevin did all the artwork for this. And it is absolutely, it's a real quality box.
I told you it was good. Oh, look at that disc. That is awesome. Graeme, I love it. Congrats, man. That is beautiful. This is, I love it's, we, especially today in a world of digital downloads, it's extra special to have a physical copy, especially when that physical copy is a floppy disk. It's just so rad. We're playing Rygar off a floppy today, but not that floppy, but I made it from an ADF file. That is a gorgeous box, Graeme. Congratulations, man. That is awesome.
So I mean, obviously I was disappointed because I would like to have sort of maybe make some more of them, but I've got 10. I won't be making any more at all. So I've got a few, and a couple of them I'm going to take to Amiga 34, and the guys there can, if they get the high score on Rygar on the day, they'll win the box. And there's another way to win a box, is that if you take, and I mentioned this earlier on, if they take a floppy disk, and I'll put them into a raffle, and the raffle will be drawn at about 5 o'clock on the Saturday, and they can win these.
That's awesome.
Nice.
You're making me real jealous and sad, though. I wish I could go. That's awesome. It's going to be an amazing time. Hey, what's up, Milo? Great to see you. Seeing Cat's hilarious. He says if NES can run Rygar, and Amiga 500 with 1 megabyte should too. He's just joking. He's a funny guy. Seeing Cat, great dude. What's up, Seeing Cat? Great to see you. Ski Jump Toes is asking, why does the ground bounce vertically when moving? Is that a deliberate visual effect?
I think that's actually just the stream, actually, Bill. Certainly.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that on this monitor.
Yeah, we're not seeing it here either.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't do that. It certainly doesn't do that when I'm playing the game.
Yeah, it's not doing it. I don't notice that either. It might just be a stream thing. Marvin's asking, seeing Mario Brothers on the Commodore 64 run super smooth, as well as other amazing new games, would you dare to say we have not yet stretched the Amiga 500 to its limits code-wise?
I think the best way to put it is the Amiga 500's got a lot of life left in it, and the Amiga 1200 certainly has a lot of life left in it. And what I want to see is games coming back to the quality of the games coming back to what they once were. There's been some great games for the A500. I probably name some. Like Lionheart, Agony, Shadow of the Beast was a great technical game. Hurricane games, they were absolutely brilliant. But there's kind of not that many technically super duper games that I would say technically super games that came out for the year 1200. You've got the likes of, I think it was Banshee, maybe there's a few others, but I think there's a lot more to be exploited out of the hardware of the year 1200. The machine just never got the time from the developers to really take it on. So I think there's good times to come for it, really. I'm certainly going to be developing more for the year 1200, and I know there's some great games coming out for the year 500 as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I feel, Marvin, to answer your question, from I've seen, especially from being Cameron and guys like Graeme, I don't think the limit has been reached yet. I think everyone's just some of the things that I've seen are just so mind-boggling. I never imagined I could see them happening on an Amiga. So I think there's a bright future. I think it's really incredible the amount of graphics and gameplay, most importantly, that you guys are squeezing out of the Amiga. Because graphics are great. I love graphics. I'm a visual guy, but you only come back to the game if it's a good game to play, if it's a fun game to play. So I think the future is bright, Marvin, in my opinion. Vicky, yeah, I understand, Vicky. It's coding takes a long time, especially there's a learning curve and then all the debugging and whatnot. Totally. Hey, VR Bug, Rygar. Yeah, this is a brand new port that our friend Graeme, who's on the stream with us today, he's the one down there on the bottom of the stream. He did this amazing port. It's an arcade perfect port of Rygar. Actually, I'm gonna keep looking at the chat. Yo, VR Bug, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very, very much. But Graeme, I heard that you tried to port the game so well from the arcade that you even ported the bugs. Is that true, or is that a joke?
I think that's a joke. I've pretty much ported, all of the little bonuses and things like that in the game that was in the arcade.
Oh yeah!
There's lots of little things that's in there. There's like little things that when you enter this scene here, you can pull down and left on the joystick if you've got it under the right circumstances, and it gives you like a little bonus. So there's loads of little things that I've actually included in the game. There's lots of little special, there's like hidden items, and I nearly forgot to tell you. There's also like some what I call hidden elders, so hidden old guys in the game where if you find them, you get all the powers. It's sort of like some massive weapons upgrade. But you'll have to find them first. That's the thing.
Is that something that was in the arcade version, or are these old guys in honor of the McGeezer?
Yeah, it's in honor of the Amiga.
Excellent.
It's not in the arcade version.
Echo Level, how's it going? Jamie, I wish I was going too.
I know I got some kind of crazy bonus in there to have the score.
Mm-hmm.
Like I picked something up that gave me a ton of points, and I don't know how I did it, and probably couldn't do it again.
Yeah, there's different things in the games that you can pick up. It'll give you bonus points if you kill certain enemies. It'll give you bonus points as well. So there's lots of little things that I've added in, which should keep the player interested for quite a long time, I think. Hey Bill, do you want to put the other round codes in?
Sure. I would love to. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat because I'm way behind. Everyone loves the box. Marvin says there's still tickets for Amiga 34 on Sunday. Saturday is sold out and packed with 500 people. Amiga is alive for sure. That's incredible. Jamie Morgan's got a great question. How did you get all this to fit on one floppy? I didn't even think about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was quite a stretch. It does have around about 3 meg of actual data, uncompressed data, compressed down onto just one floppy disk, and that was a stretch. And I used techniques, things like normally back in the day, the developers would hold a copy of the sprite sheet, and they'd have the left and the right versions in the actual game. And what I had to do to actually squeeze disk space was actually only create create the left versions of the sprites, and then when the game runs, I actually dynamically create the mirrored versions in memory. and that was just purely to save on disk space. I've done a lot of things like that, which because I was really keen to get it down. And one thing that I've got to mention is the work that DJ Michun did on the audio. I mean, how he did that, it was just absolutely incredible. I mean, the music that he did was, it is perfect arcade quality. And I still don't know how he's managed it, but I think the module came in at something like 150k.
That's
and
amazing.
I was just amazed.
That is amazing. Yo, Raph, good night. Thank you for stopping by. That I can't believe you're basically procedurally creating half of the sprites. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to catch up on the chat, but we're talking about doing some cheat codes to see some of the further rounds. Now, but before we do that, I just have a quick question. I see there's there's 5 squares at the bottom of the screen next to the map. And I noticed that sometimes, depending on what you pick up in the game, one of those squares gets filled up. So are there 5 power-ups? Is that what those are, Graeme?
Absolutely. So those are power-ups that you can pick up throughout the game. So when I mentioned earlier, once you kill about 60 or 70 enemies, the game will drop one of those power-ups. And the power-ups are... So the power-ups is that when you fire the disc armor, that's the weapon that Rygar has. The first one, I think it's called the star power. When you fire that, it will actually fire longer, so you can kill enemies further across the screen. And the next one is I think it's the crown power, which when you actually hit an enemy normally without that power, the disc armor will actually stop, and you'll have to press the fire button again to kill the next enemy behind it. What the crown power does is that it just allows you to just destroy all enemies in that path in just one foul swoop. So it's like a really nice power up. And you've got another power up, which is the middle one, which is the tiger power, whereby how you can kind of jump on top of the enemies and stun them. Well, when you jump on top of the enemies with the tiger power, that will actually destroy the enemies, which kind of comes in handy a bit later on. And then you've got another power which, if you notice, Rygar, if you push up and fire, it gives you like a circular attack. Well, when you've got this power, it actually does a vertical attack, which is quite handy. And you've got another power which is the cross power, which gives you invincibility. So when you enable the cheats, what you can do is press F1 through to F5, and you can actually assign yourself those powers. Or if you want more lives, you can press F6 and or press N to go to the next round. And this was a necessity for me having to debug the game and play the game. It's basically I suck at it as well. So
that's great. So there's power ups. We're gonna enable the cheats right now. So Anthony, you just put cheat into the enter password. Mako says you can really tell so much love and care went into this build. I agree. Who's drunk? Who's drunk? Purple Haze. I'm sorry if I missed something. Oh, that's a good question. Andy is asking us, Anthony, me and you, do you think, or you, Graeme, do you think the Amiga was hampered in the past by poor ST ports? Hey, what's up, Vamped Amiga? How's it going? Great to see you. Sorry, go ahead, Graeme.
Yeah, definitely. I think the developers of back in the day, they were just saying pound signs, and if they'd done an ST port, they thought, well, just port it to the Amiga within a couple of weeks, and they could just kind of get doubled for the same game, really. But they used to get the games out for this as fast as possible, and that's what was most disappointing, really. And there's some real rotten ST ports as well. That's the thing. Rolling Thunder is definitely one of the worst I've seen.
Great question.
Yeah, I agree. That's when they develop it first on a system that's not as capable and then just bring it over, yeah. And if they do it quickly without adding the things that make the better system better, then yeah, you're going to be a little disappointed in that game.
Sorry, Roar. Roar said comment on something we're saying, but I don't remember what we're saying. I'm so far behind on the chat. Milo's asking, will Rygar run on an Aero 68K? Roar, go ahead and ask your question again. I'm sorry, I'm behind. So Milo's asking, will Rygar run on Aero 68K?
I have no idea what Aero 68K is.
It's like it runs on Intel machines, basically. It's like an Amiga sort of a compatible operating system.
Right. I don't think it will, but by all means, absolutely try it and see what happens. I suspect it won't run because unless there's some sort of emulation going on there, then it won't run.
I believe it does have some kind of an emulation layer.
Yeah. If you want to press F6 and get some extra lives as well, it's probably going to be handy.
Go for it. Jamie Morgan says, future is bright, future is Amiga. Excellent. Yo, 30, take care, dude. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed the stream. It's a pleasure to have you, as always. 20 more 9 levels to go, Anthony.
I'm gonna be breaking his F6 key, having to hit it that many times.
Kevin is back in the chat, Invent71, and he's the one that did the graphics for the game, and he's saying that the graphic pixel bugs that are in the arcade. Okay, so Kevin left in the graphic and pixel bugs that are in the arcade version. He had the temptation to clean them up for the Amiga version, but he left them in. He kept it original. Ski Jump, can we see the game full screen for a bit? Yeah, the thing is, it's 4:3, so it's not really ever gonna be full screen. But I can let's see what I'll see what I can do for you. I'll see what give me a let's see, desktop Amiga. I don't have it programmed in right now. I don't have it programmed in right now. So Ski Jump, I'll try. If I get a little break in the action, I'll make a new template with it full screen for you. But I can't make it full screen right now just because I don't have that programmed in, and it will never be full screen because it's not 16 by 9. But I'll try. That's a great question. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Everyone, thanks so much for hanging out today. I'm having a blast hanging out with all of you. Thank you for all the great questions. It's a pleasure to have you all here. I love doing these streams and hanging out. It's like hanging out with my friends, and everyone is super psyched and thankful for the game, Graeme. It's really, really cool. They're saying you're a magician, and you are, dude. It's incredible. Hey, what's up, Alpine 9000? Great to see you, Alpine. Another great Amiga game developer. Worthy, man. Worthy's amazing.
There's the password being shown on the screen.
Hey, Snapped Go Kavar 71 Doc. It's a pleasure to meet you. I found your AmigaVille Twitch channel. Snap, thank you for being here. I appreciate it very, very much. Pred Seda is agreeing. Chat is packed right now with kind of like the all-stars of Amiga game development. It's pretty incredible. It's amazing how many incredible people are here in chat. I appreciate you all coming here very much. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Ty Racer saying on Graham's YouTube channel, set up an Amiga development toolchain is very, very nice tutorial. Everyone, oh wow. Snapty says a great stream. Commodore Amiga, new Amiga game Rygar with the creator Graeme Cowie, very good. I love this, and I'm about to create some custom emotes and sub badges for your channel. Thank you, Snapped. That is awesome. I appreciate that very, very much. Andy Amiga 7. That's Andy from WUG.
Nice.
Checking in. Graeme, our friend Andy. We have lots of great people from our user group in the chat as well too. It's great to see them virtually in the chat as well as in person. Nice. Rolling Thunder was better on the Commodore 64, Amiga Live says. Thank you, Snapty. I appreciate it very, very much. And Outrun, my lord. Roar, sorry, I'm a little bit behind on the chat, so I'm not sure what you're responding to. My apologies. Every SD port was better on the Commodore 64 as this Purple Hazemaker. He's a 64 guy. Brother Bill
Nothing
says,
wrong with that. I got a 64 Ultimate.
Aeros 68K is a version of Aeros that runs on the classic Amiga. Aeros is the open Kickstart ROM. Thank you, Roar. I'm sorry I'm behind. Seeing Cat's looking for a Castlevania on the Amiga 500. It says horrible. He wants to make it easier to do a proper Castlevania port. I love Castlevania on the NES. It was great. Ski says the SC had a MIDI port. You can't expect good game ports too. Oh, thank you, Invent. Post that in there. Hey, what's up, Ross? Great to see you. Oh, is Ross the gentleman who helped you? Ross 70 is he one of the members of your team?
If it is the same Ross, I would imagine it is. I hope it is, and because he deserves a lot of credit for some of the things that he did in the game. You know, he'd done some amazing work and helped me out in times of need. You know, there's plenty of times when I had like my head in my hands, and Ross came to my aid.
Ross, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to have. So, what was Ross's role exactly in the game?
Ross was kind of a. He certainly he did the Discord for a start, which was really handy because the game would take a lot longer to load if it wasn't for Ross's Discord. But he also kind of helped me out with a lot of things as well. You know, the packing, that type of thing. There's just so many times when I came up with things where there'd be like problems, and the guy's a genius really. He knew the answers to pretty much everything whenever I asked him, so it was only right to credit him in the game really.
Excellent. 10-minute Amiga Retrocast has been an amazing group of developers hanging out in chat today. I agree. 10 minute. Keep up the great work over there on your YouTube channel. Everyone go check out 10-minute Amiga Retrocast on YouTube.
Got a great channel.
He's kicking butt. He's coming out with a new Retrocast every week. He's also sponsoring an Amiga art contest, co-sponsoring with Vicky Pixel Vixen. They are two great people, and I'm gonna enter some things in the competition.
I don't know how to get off this rope.
Findorf, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
So you've got to keep pushing right on the rope when you jump off.
Oh, a very interesting question. Ski Jump is asking Graeme if you've watched many people play this in front of you, and how do you feel now, like watching people play the game? Is there a certain style that you feel is best to get the most from enjoying the game?
How do I feel people watching the game? It's kind of yes, I know where all of like the little things are in the game and that type of stuff. Whether all the little hidden items are. But people, look, there's no denying it. Rygar's a hard game, and you have to, you've got to play it to actually get good at it. So watching people play it doesn't surprise me that they die a lot. So that's how I feel about it.
Ross is your friend who helped you with the development. He says you're the genius here. I agree. They're ragging on me. They want to see me play without the cheats. Purple Hazemaker.
I'm the one playing with the cheats.
Yeah, Anthony's actually playing right now. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. But I would love to try it. Whitey Snakey surprised no one's ported Sonic yet. That Sonic would be a good one. Graeme, I think what I need to do at this point in the stream, I don't even know what time it is. I don't even care. 4:47, great. Yeah. I think what I need to do is I need to use the restroom, Graeme. So I'm gonna let Anthony sit here and play and talk to the good folks in chat. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'm also, being that you are creator of the beer edition, Graeme, this stream is just feeling a little bit empty without beer. So I'm gonna grab a beer for me and I'm gonna grab a beer for Anthony, and then I'll try giving it a go without the cheats. I've made it to level 5 so far, and I think I my high score was 225,000 thereabouts, which isn't. I started playing it last night, so it's not. I think it's not bad for that. Trido Wave says port Raston next. Yeah, exactly, Coma. It's time for some beer. I'm going to be right back. I'm gonna use the boys' room, take off my wireless microphone that I'm using today, and then grab us some beers. And we'll have to drink in honor of McEaser because what he's doing here is just incredible. He's doing God's work. I'll be right back, Graeme. Anthony will be here with you.
Do you want to go straight to the top of the rope, Anthony, and then just try press right? You've got to push right to actually jump off the rope.
Yeah, I've been pushing right, and the rope swings to the right. And then when I get high enough on the rope just disappears and I fall down.
Weird.
And now it's just a black screen. Uh-oh.
Probably do with a reboot, I think. So yeah, I think once we get up to that point, I don't know what's happening there, but I never came across.
It's a reboot time.
Yeah. Yeah, I never came across that before.
And yeah, I know the lizard's tongues were coming out of a different place at one point. I think
Yeah,
the cheats might tax the game a little bit.
we'll get.
And this, oh yeah, this is an NTSC Amiga. I forgot to hold the mouse buttons down. Good point, Amiga Live. I think
I think it'll be fine.
The game may disapprove of my cheating ways, but I approve. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen any other levels. Oops. Come on, there you go. Difficulty 1 to 10. Where would you place Rygar on the scale? I'd say certainly probably a little more difficult than Psygnosis Barbarian, and we all know what Psygnosis games were like. Where's that Shadow of the Beast? Shadow of the Beast.
Yeah, it's
definitely harder than Shadow of the Beast.
It's one of them games that if you were to play it for about 15 minutes, you'd find yourself getting used to it very quickly. As far as difficulty is concerned, just seeing Jamie Morgan's question there, difficulty 1 to 10.
My mic dropped.
It's a very difficult game, especially to get. And the challenge of the game is to get using 3 lives to get all the way through the entire game just with those 3 lives. So it's probably a 10.
The mic is right on my. Should be right here. Hello, 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 hello. Blood Money, yeah, Blood Money is a tough game too.
Is there a problem with your mic?
They said it was low. It might have slipped inside my shirt. I'm getting a little, getting hot under the collar here from the game. Yeah, let's try that. That better?
Tests. Let me see your transmitter.
That's all right. I won't let many people touch my behind. But you're good.
Test. Okay, there I am. Anthony, give me a test.
Check, test. Hello, hello.
Oh, I think I know what happened. Let me see the pack.
If you want to put another code in, it'll actually get past you that point in the game as well.
Okay.
All right, Anthony's back. Yeah, what happened was there's a volume control knob on this.
And I probably hit it against the chair.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably shouldn't. I don't really need to keep this behind me, do I?
Well, I'm back. All right, so oh man, how do you even pronounce that? Thank you so much for the new follows, Zadrian, Linux, and Dan the Man with a Damn Plan. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. If you're new to the stream, I'm Bill. I stream Amiga stuff here about once a week on Twitch. You never know when I'm going to stream because my job is a moving target, so I'm a moving target. Half the fun of my streams is trying to figure out when when I'm going to stream. But let's have a quick beer. I'm going to play this game without the cheats. I don't know if you saw it, but Ski Jumps is saying, what's the most technically impressive demo scene release you've seen, Graeme?
Oh, that's a question. I guess I'll answer the question. The back in the day, best demo scene production I've seen.
Which one?
Was probably Hardwired.
Oh yeah.
That demo was just absolutely. It just blew my mind when that came off. It was just so well put together. But but kind of the one lately that I was just absolutely astonished at was I think a demo called Deprundus, I think is what it is. Is that how it's pronounced?
I have to see. I'm not sure. I have to see it. Thanks, Andy, for being on the mark there with the sounds. Yo, Graeme, I got some. My wife is from Poland, and I've made quite a few trips to Poland, and I've become a fan of Żywiec Polish beer. So we are gonna have a drink in honor of Graeme McGeezer Cowie, creator of Bomb Jack Beer Edition, as well as the new Rygar port, which is amazing. I absolutely love. Both games are incredible, Graeme. Thank you for all your hard work. I can't imagine, like, you literally put in thousands of hours on this, and all it is just for us, man. A gift to us, a gift to the Amiga community. So, cheers to you, Graeme. Yeah, thank you so much for your amazing work. We're so thankful. Cheers.
Nice, man. Cheers. It's a shame I don't have a beer actually, but I don't drink on a work night. So there you go.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't work on a drink night.
Yo, Moko Freak, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Purple Hazemaker said Żywiec is the best. Nice. Żywiec is good stuff. I mean,
pretty good.
I've been to the brewery. You know, a funny fun fact about Żywiec is they have the water that they make the beer from comes from the mountain. They're located like at the foothill of a mountain in Poland, and all the water comes off the mountain. And they, in order to know like if the water is good, if it's clean enough to make the beer, they run it through a tank with clams in it. Oh no, I think they're mussels, and if the mussels are closed, it means the water's not good, not clean enough, and they don't make the beer. If the mussels are open, it means water's good to go, good to drink, and they make the beer. So I thought that was pretty rad.
That is pretty cool.
Cool.
Skull, right on, Willie.
So this is beer with mussels.
Literally. All right. So are the cheats engaged? If they're not,
they are.
Oh, they are. Okay, I'm gonna try and play without the cheats. Oh, The Fall by Deadliners and Lemons is your favorite Amiga demo tryout? That's a really good one. Hey, I Love Macau. What's up? I don't know what my favorite demo is. I might go Metro Police or Human Traffic by Ghost Town, but there's so many good ones. It's so hard. I love pretty much anything by Ghost Town, anything by the Black Lotus, anything by Elude. They're just incredible. I love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the 90s, I guess. You know, that's why I love like those old demos, like the Hardwired. I remember when I seen the first Red Sector Mega demo. I mean, that was just absolutely brilliant. At a time when you kind of had, when I was going to like a computer club that had Atari ST people in as well, and you know they'd kind of pull their Atari ST demos out, and then the Amigas would come out with their demos, and you know,
show them who's boss.
Yeah.
Although it is funny that a lot of the sceners, you know, they program on both the ST and the Amiga because they're so close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah.
If I had to guess, the Amiga was probably a little harder to program for with the custom chips and everything.
Sorry, I missed that, Anthony.
If I had to take a guess, and you might know, I would guess the Amiga might be a little harder to program for than the ST with the custom chips and all the, the extra things that the ST didn't have. And part of that might also make it a little easier because you had the more power in it.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends which way you look at it. You know, the ST, because it basically only had the CPU in it. Those guys on the ST, they had to work a hell of a lot harder, you know, to get things moving around the screen, and that came out in the games as well. If you see the games, they weren't able to, the games just weren't as good as the Amiga really, and it was, but while there was some great demos on the ST, from my point of view, every single Amiga demo worth its salt, just blew it out the water. That's just which way it was, and that was typically down to the custom chips.
That makes sense. Yeah, I see. Andy saying that the ST was harder to program because everything had to be done in software.
So
that makes sense.
So it's different than I thought, but then I imagine it was harder to port from Amiga to ST.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to do a port of anything from Amiga tea.
Yo, Quarky, what's up? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. We are joined today by Graeme McGeezer Cowie. He is down there in the Mayhem Cam. He is the creator of this amazing Rygar port, as well as the Bomb Jack Beer Edition, 2 incredible arcade ports to the Amiga computer. I'm also here with my buddy Anthony. We have a YouTube channel called The Guru Meditation, but today Anthony was visiting, so I said, you know what, Anthony, come join me over here on the Twitch stream. What's up, DJ Patu23? Great to see you. Let's see, what else we got going on here?
I just noticed you call that the Mayhem Cam.
That's because it's you, because you're the Mayhem. It's named after you.
I just realized that.
Yeah, it's named after you. Because when I had you on, you know, when you weren't here, you were on the Mayhem Cam. I always meant to put guest cam, but I just left it Mayhem Cam in your honor. Alcatraz Odyssey, absolute classic. Oh, Jamie Morgan's asking you, what was the first Amiga game you ever played, Graeme?
Well, that'll be Hybris. Easy.
I love that game.
Oh, it's amazing.
Love that game. It's a great game.
Once I played that, I just knew I had Amiga. It was simple as that.
Oh, Invent just posted some example of the graphic glitches in Discord. Oh, I'm going to look at them in a second after I try and give this a go, Invent. I'm going to play for a little bit. DJ Pato, what's up? Did I say Quarky FDN? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sometimes I forget what I try and catch up quick, and then I'm like, wait a minute, did I see that or not? Ski Jump says, in the UK, the Amiga was tied in with the rave scene music, which is demo scene, and the Sony PlayStation really capitalized on it later with Wipeout. Now look how mainstream gaming is in the fashion culture. A very, very good point there, Ski Jumps. Yeah, it's funny. The demo scene is very connected to rave culture, in my opinion. All right, let's see what I can do. This game is really, really hard. So I see, Graeme, there's 2 difficulty levels: beginner and warrior. So what's the difference between the 2? Are the enemies smarter in warrior, or is there just more of them?
So what will happen? There's not a great deal of difference other than you'll notice you've got an extra. It says extra 50,000 at the top of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
When you choose warrior, that'll go. I think that starts at 200,000. So you have to get 200,000 points before you get an extra life. And as well as it'll give you reduced time, and as well, you remember when I was mentioning the number of enemies that you have to kill before it gives you like a weapon drop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's increased to like 80. So you've got to kill 80 enemies before you can get a weapon drop, really.
That makes sense. So it's actually the actual enemies aren't more difficult to kill. Yo, Scala Fani 90. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but thank you for the file. I appreciate it very much. I got off to a bad start there, Graeme, so I just kind of wiped. I hope my levels are okay. Not too strong, not too. I adjust them a little bit. It's so hard, like when you're monitoring yourself. I can't. It's really hard to tell how loud or soft I am, in relation to everyone else. Yo, Dome Dags, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Great, have a great night. Thank you for the raid, Dome Dags. Everyone should go follow Dome Dags here on Twitch. Also, of course, you should follow the Purple Haze Maker. Streams Commodore 64 stuff. Dome Dags streams all kinds of.
64 kicks it. That's an awesome machine.
Dome Dags streams all kinds of retro stuff, Commodore stuff. It's so cool that I started out on YouTube, but by coming over here, in addition to YouTube, I got to meet the Twitch crowd, which is pretty rad. So, Graeme, over here, I'm so tempted just to kill as many enemies as possible. But I guess you could also just kind of spam it a little bit, right? You could just kind of hang out and just keep doing the killing instead of finishing the level.
Well, what will happen is that the time will get you. Yeah. So the time counter will come down.
Oh, right. The big evil guy will come get you.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the big evil guy yet.
I'm gonna try one. I just blew it. I usually don't die by this point in the game. I've only played it a handful of times. I tested it out to see if it works.
As well, Bill, if you actually jump in certain positions on the game, you'll get like little bonuses. So you're actually near one now, just right where that ledge was. You can actually jump and you'll get like a little bonus stone which will turn up. There's lots of like little things like that we'll put in the game.
That flying guy always gets me.
He always gets me too. You have to memorize where he is, and I didn't, which was poor gameplay. I'll keep going, but I'll get a better one. My problem, Dome Dags. Ski Jump has their Amiga in an arcade cabinet. With that in mind, can this be completely played without a keyboard? That's a great question, Ski.
Seems like it can, because it looks like everything is input from the joystick, the codes, everything.
Yeah, that's right. So one of the things I was keen on doing was making sure that it could be played from a CD32. So it was actually in a console that it could be played with. But although I have added some keys, like escape will take you back to the main menu, P, pause, and you've got the cheats in as well.
Right, you wouldn't be able to do the cheats, obviously, because you need the function keys.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, it's...
But we don't really cheat, ever.
Yeah, boys.
The same.
It's the thing the little bit that like I said, I've only played this game last night. And the one thing that I really like about it, Graeme, is you can, oh jeez, you can really learn it. You know what I mean? Like for example, that demon that got me before. If I had my thinking cap on, I should have known that he was there. Like I said, I played the game, and I usually memorize that he's there. Of course, on stream, I didn't memorize it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I just got a power up, and I see it's the one all the way on the right. Which one is that?
So that is the one where you can vertically fire. So if you're pushing up and fire now, you should be able to do like the vertical attack.
Oh, cool. Yo, Kia-san, thank you for the follow. Ski Jump says, I ain't Billy Mitchell, don't need the function keys. Hilarious.
No, someone says they're going to cheat the heck out of this game. You know who else is going to cheat the heck out of this game? Just saying.
That's 10-minute Amiga Retrocast. My man over there making new Retrocast episodes every week. You rock 10-minute. Wow. Okay, so, Roar says, okay, that's it for me again. So interesting. Thank you so much, Anthony, Bill, and Mick Geezer. And great. Have a great night, everyone in chat. Roar, thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Oh, I got lucky on that one, McGee's. I got lucky. I was facing the wrong way. I got what you gave me one there. I jumped too early. Oh, I got lucky again. I got lucky again. This part here, I try not to kill the enemies. I try and get off the water.
Yeah, it's real tough if you're trying to do everything.
Oh, there's my power up. There's my. Oh yeah, I like it when it doesn't circle around. Oh, I couldn't. My timing was off there. I'm dead. I'm gonna try it again. Jamie, I think you're gonna love this one, Jamie. Oh, this beer is good. This beer is good.
Well, you may not normally cheat in games, but you drink Polish beer, you end up having to cheat because you get to a point where you're just not gonna be able to play it.
Oh hey, is DJ Billy Nest or Dino still in the chat? I want to show you the Greek stick.
Oh yeah,
I gotta show you the Greek stick.
Let's get the Greek stick out.
I love the monster joystick. Has just been absolutely money for me. I love the monster. It uses these are Sanwa buttons and a Sanwa stick, and it feels great. But the Greek stick
is the Greek stick in his
house. Let's get out the Greek stick, baby.
Where's that thing hiding?
I was over here. Oh, Comatron had the cheats. Had the cheat today. Flashback. Oh, you were streaming Flashback. Coma, nice one, dude.
Flashback's another great game.
But someone had a good question. Where is it? Oh yeah, Ski Jumps is asking, how are you going to manage any bugs after the release?
Yeah, so I'll, obviously the game's got still a few more bugs left in it. But just, I've just effectively run out of time. I've got, I wanted to get the game done for Amiga 34, and most, it's, as you can see, it's pretty much there. But, over the next couple of months, probably towards Christmas, if there's any major bugs, really major bugs that stop the game from working, I'll fix them pretty quickly. And, they'll be the same place where you download the game. I'll notify people on the Facebook page that there's been an update for the game, and they'll be able to download it and download the update and play it.
So maybe it's a good point, though. Where can people get these games? Oh, obviously Rygar they can't get yet, but where is it that you put these up?
Yeah, so there'll be two places. One will be on the Rygar AGA Facebook page, and the other one will be at the EAB. There's a thread there on
English
the
Amiga board, yeah.
On the English Amiga board where I do all the updates, and I'll put new updates to the ADFs in there. So yeah, look out for those streams, those updates. and if I do an update and fix bugs, I'll be able to update.
I like
update.
that one from 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast. It will release 100% bug-free or your money will be refunded. I love it.
Vincent GR, that's a Greek stick. Vincent GR, I think he might have been our first follower on YouTube.
Is that the box it comes in?
Yeah, so check it out.
Oh, dude, that
Graeme,
is off the hook.
This is awesome. I want to save this for a special moment. Let's open the sucker up. Let's see, overhead cam.
You guys
full
are in
screen.
for a treat.
So here's the move this.
Oh, that thing is sweet. And look, you got these
I got
back
the
here in awe of the box. They're already ready to run away.
It's the Greek stick. Insert coin on the myth. I'm one of the few lucky people to have a Greek stick right now. It comes in this amazing box. We'll open the sucker up.
Oh, dude. Hang on. Oh, smell that Greek air.
Oh yeah, I love the black and red proper Guru meditation colors. Black and red. Obviously, you can see my keyboard. Black and red. So this is a remake of the Tomahawk joystick, which was popular in Greece back in the day.
That thing looks like a tank.
Dude, feel it. Feel how heavy
That
it
thing
is.
can. Oh! Whoa! This thing is a tank. This thing. You could hit this with a bullet probably and still be playing the game.
I agree. Don't drop it on your foot though.
No,
Break your
I
foot.
imagine this will hurt. This thing is definitely. Oh man,
Show 'em under this camera.
I'm loving it. Oh, let's. Oh yeah, I should.
A lot of my followers
Look
have
at
been
this.
following
Look at
the
this.
the saga of the Greek stick.
Look at this beauty.
I was
man.
a beta tester for the Greek stick. We had it at Vintage Computer Festival East beta testing, and this is the final version. If you look at the top, you can see the auto fire switch there, Anthony.
Oh, this switch here.
Yeah, it's an auto fire on off.
Oh, look! Listen to that. Listen to that. Just listen. That's like you're turning on, some. That's like a switch you use to turn your computer on, and that's just auto fire. That's insane.
What we're gonna do, Anthony?
Oh wait, listen to these buttons. Oh, dude, that's sweet. Oh wait. Let's make some love to this stick. Oh man, that thing. Ooh, it's like you're in the arcade. I feel like I'm in the arcade right now.
Anthony approves of the Greek stick. Oh God, what did I just do? Let me open.
I think Greek stick guys. I think you're about to get another order from America when you release this. Is this released?
It's going to be released by the end of the year.
Right. By the end of the year, you're gonna have an order from America. If it's going to Florida, it's probably this guy.
Oh yeah, Bill and Anthony on Twitch is a treat. Oh, thank you, Andy Amiga 7. You could knock someone out with that. You're right. You're right.
You could. If you had to defend yourself while you're playing your video games, if you have to defend yourself, this stick in your hand, you could do it.
So I'm over here. I know I almost forgot, Graeme, but Oh yeah, no problem. Go take a break.
Yep.
So Kevin, who did the desktop. Boom. There we go. Okay, we're good.
Oh, we should power this off.
Turn that off. Yeah. So guys, Invent Kevin, who did the graphics for Rygar, posted these in my Discord channel. If you want to join Discord, do !Discord. It's a great group of people in that Discord channel. He posted some of the graphic glitches. So he's saying here is one of the Rygar graphic glitches that I could have patched, but kept authentic for the arcade look. I'm gonna go full screen so it's easier to see. Boom, and let's check it out. Oh yeah, see there it is. The vertical one extends further down. Very, very cool. Nice job, Kev. I would have never noticed that.
Yeah, no, I mean that's attention to detail.
The hard edge shadow was also see there's like a straight. It's just like a straight line instead of like a nice transition there. But he kept it. He could have improved on it, but he kept it. More hard edges. Oh yeah, I see them right here. Boom.
Yeah, down here.
Yep, down there as well. Nice, Kev. And these are hard edges. Boom.
Oh, that same thing where they kept going with one texture.
That's amazing. It's amazing that they were able to get that level of detail out of the.
Well, and I wonder if that was if they had the texture for that kind of angle, or they just didn't They just figured it was good enough and just had the to save a little bit of memory maybe.
And then here's the. He said that this could have used a bit of shading here.
Yeah,
if you look, it goes
can
really
see
dark.
how dark that is.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, great job, Kev. So you left those in, Kev. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is some serious attention to detail.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing, Kev. Great work. I think it made sense. Yo, Spin Brett, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Oh, and Ben said they had plenty of spare tiles. Got it. Yo, Andy D77, no worries. It was a pleasure having you here, Andy.
Oh, no,
Thank
he says
you.
that's not the case. They had plenty of spare tiles. So that was just a oops.
That was just an oops. Let's see if Graeme is back. Yep, he's back. So I'm going to always turn your Amiga off when plugging things in and out of it.
Because you want to save those CIAs.
I made that mistake once, Anthony.
You don't want to hurt your machine.
I plugged in a joystick.
And keep in mind, even if it's this plastic, the big problem is the Commodore mice have the metal shield, and you can hit the pins with that. But even plastic, it's best to just be in the habit of just turning it off.
That's what. Oh wait.
This ain't Windows. It don't take long to boot.
Kev just posted another one. Let's see. Boom. Oh yeah, those are unused tiles. Interesting.
Wow, that is interesting.
It's amazing all the things you learn by examining, a game this closely, like Kevin and Graeme did. Incredible.
Yeah, we did end up actually using the tiles for the extra. You remember I was saying about the extra 3 levels?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up using those spare tiles.
So I guess it's good that they had those blank spaces.
Yeah, absolutely.
The numbers are ripped from the arcade. I had no idea what they're for. Got it. Awesome. Thanks, Andy77. It's a pleasure to have you.
Oh, you mean these numbers across the top here?
Oh, that's what he's talking about. The numbers are ripped from the arcade. No idea what that's for. Interesting. I don't have any idea either, but that's pretty rad. These numbers right up here. I know it's a little bit hard to see on the screen. All right, so let's go back to Amiga. Boom. We'll plug in the Greek stick.
Plug in the tank.
Plug in the tank.
Wow.
It's in. All right. So, Anthony, you mind throwing the switch for me?
Throwing the switch now.
Oh, is it for a hidden menu? That's interesting, Hayes. It could be. Graeme, thanks so much for hanging out today. It's been really fun having you on the stream.
It's been totally awesome. So
my pleasure.
to hang out with a guy who's so talented with the machine that we love is just great.
I wish I could speak more with you about the actual programming process, but I
yeah.
can't.
So if you have intelligent things to say, just start blurting them out.
Yeah.
You're not going to get much intelligence from this end, especially with this going into me.
No, that's cool, guys. You might want to, on some of the other things that Kevin did as well was round 8 in Rygar. He'd done like this amazing backdrop as well. So maybe just put the round code in for round 8.
Oh yeah. Those are over here.
And it absolutely looks superb. What he did. It was.
Upside down ain't gonna help me.
Which code is it for the?
They said round 8.
Round 8.
So, yeah, for round 8, so it would be UEDFF, I think it is.
How did you?
Look at
That's
this
amazing.
guy. He's memorized the codes.
That's. Oh my God.
That is correct. You are correct, sir. You win a prize.
And also as well, if you get the chance, have a look at the round 14 because there was I kind of put a special parallax background in there.
Yeah, you mentioned the clouds in the background.
Out for round 14. Hey, what's up, Pierre?
Hey, Pierre. What's up? Pierre in his house.
Pierre is one of our oldest friends from the late 80s. He's been coming to the user group since late 80s, early 90s, and we see him every month. Although he hasn't seen Anthony in a long time. So, Pierre, great to have you here, my man. Oh, great question from Ski Jump. How did Graeme approach the limited audio channels for sound effects and music at the same time? Did the person doing the music limit things on their end?
Yeah, this was a challenge actually. So as most people will know that there's only 4 channels to work with. But again, the geniusness of DJ MeTune shouldn't be underestimated really, because he effectively done the audio in 3 channels, in the first 3 channels. But the challenge came when it came to the sound effects, because the audio actually fully uses the main 2 channels and the 3rd channel within the game. So what I ended up doing was across channel 3 and 4, the sound effects are alternated between those 2 channels, and it actually worked out. It was actually lucky that I was able to kind of do that, and it worked out perfectly fine. Well, previously you'd kind of get, because the game is quite fast, you find sound effects cancelling each other out. So when I alternated it between channel 3 and 4, you've got this nice kind of mix of everything working absolutely fine.
That's incredible. So how many channels were in the original game?
Oh, the original game has got like I think it's something ridiculous, like 24 channels.
Wow.
Which is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, this round here that Kevin did was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, just look at that backdrop.
So this is one of the new rounds. This wasn't in the arcade game.
Yeah.
So you didn't just tack them on the end. You actually sprinkled them amongst the rest.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So, hey, what's up, Bifford? Welcome to the stream. Today we are playing some Rygar AGA, which is a brand new Amiga arcade port that is coming out this weekend at Amiga 34 in Germany. We are joined by Graeme Cowie, also known as McGeezer. He's down there in the Mayhem Cam. He is the creator of this, along with a talented team of artists and musicians who made it. Now, I don't remember what he said, how many levels the original Rygar arcade game had, but they've added a bunch of levels to this Amiga port, and this is one of the levels that he added. So, Graeme, how many levels were in the original arcade game?
Yes, there's 27 levels in the original, and this version has 30. And that one there isn't even one of the additional levels, backdrops that we changed. There is actually additional levels which are more kind of towards the end of the game, and it's for people who don't know, it'll be a bit of a surprise. When they see it, they'll go, oh, they're expecting the final level, but in actual fact, they've got to actually beat another 3 levels, which, if the game wasn't hard enough, we made it a bit harder.
No, it makes sense. Scenecat is saying Rygar used the YM3812 sound chip in the arcade machine. Oh, he thinks they did. Interesting.
Yeah, they did. I think it's the same sound chip that came out. You remember the old PC sound blasters?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the same sound chip that they had, and it was something ridiculous, like 24 sound channels or something like that.
Next game is Chelnov. I don't know that one, Vincent GR. Do you know Chelnov, Anthony?
What game?
Chelnov?
No, I don't know that one.
Purple Hazemaker said this is definitely going on the great Amiga arcade ports list. Yeah, so Hazemaker is making a list of like the best Amiga arcade ports. Yeah, Purple Haze, dude. This and Bomb Jack, they'll be at the top of the list, dude. These are incredible ports. Oh wow, I love the sky.
Oh, I was looking at the chat instead of the game. I think that's the game that they're wishing for.
Yes, exactly. But I never played it.
Chelnov. Wow, look at that sky.
Holy cow! Look how hard this level is.
Yeah, this is whoa.
So this is one of the ones that you guys made, Graeme?
Yeah. So this is one of the ones that we changed the background.
Oh, so this round was in the arcade game. All you did was change the background.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, okay. And Kevin says 100% credit goes to Graeme for the sky. Exactly, Acmafin. It's not just any Bomb Jack. It's the beer edition. You know it. Saint Dragon to Indie Heat. That'd be a good one. White Snakey.
If you put in the cheat again, it'll actually allow you to still play around 14 as well. So you just get the cheats with being able to play around 14, just if you wanted to keep on.
Oh, so you put in so that one code area is both for putting in the cheat and the level. It can carry both of them.
Yeah, it can carry both of them. Yeah,
oh, interesting.
Fine. Interesting.
So, but you probably could also put in the cheat and then just skip to the level that you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you can press N, or you can press N and take you to the next round. So yeah.
I hear that Greek stick clicking away over there.
Giving it a workout. This is a serious stiff stick here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sitting way too close to you for those kind of jokes.
I gotta say, it's a lot stiffer than that. You can.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I love about having different options for joysticks. It's kind of like personal preference. The Greek stick is going to give you a workout, and the Monster joystick is the Sanwa arcade stick, which is a much like looser experience.
Right. And the buttons are smaller on this. So yeah, I mean it's all and it physically is smaller.
Right. So it's good to have options.
Yeah.
We're super lucky. Yo, Ronkatron, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Today we are joined by Graeme Cowie, also known as McGeezer. He's down there in the Mayhem cam. We are playing Rygar AGA, which is a brand new arcade port coming out for the Amiga this weekend at Amiga 34 in Germany. I think I was in the restroom when you mentioned it before, Graeme. But if people who want to download the game after Amiga 34, who can't go to Amiga 34, I believe you said they can get it on the English Amiga board.
Hey, 10-minute Amiga.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Greek stick. Okay, I'm talking about this here. It's you know.
Yeah, so if people want to download the game, I'll be putting a link on the English Amiga board for where exactly to download it. But
well, this is interesting.
For those who's following the project on Facebook, I'll have a link or a sticky or whatever it is on there as well, so that they can download it from there.
The English Amiga board, for those who are watching and may not know what it is, it's a legendary message board about the Commodore Amiga, and it is loaded with incredibly talented people and people doing projects like this, like McGeezer is there, Iraq hangs out over there as well. There's lots of incredible Amiga development happening there. So English Amiga board, if I can't navigate to English Amiga board right now because we're looking at the game, but if someone wants to drop a link to English Amiga board in the chat, please go for it. I could do it if I step away from the game for a second. Hazemaker.
This is interesting is that right now, even though it says start round 14, it's starting on 1.
Oh, right. That's probably another bug. Do you want to just try putting the...
I'm putting the 14 code in again.
Yeah, just see what it does.
That Greek stick, man, I can hear clicking away over
Oh
there.
yeah.
Wow.
you work this stick. I mean, you're gonna be like Popeye. Your arm's gonna be like Popeye using this stick. I don't know. That may or may not be a good thing, but I mean, it's not the best look, but it's a good thing.
I could use some bigger guns.
A good Popeye, yeah. Get a little Popeye action going.
Santi Dark G posted the link to English Amiga board in chat. Thank you, Santi. And 10 Minute said English Amiga board is an integral part of the Amiga community. Agreed, 10 Minute. Agreed. Vamped Amiga, the future is here. Yes. Bifford.
Oh no, I tell you, it is not horrible. It is pretty nice. And yeah, but if you're doing quiet gaming, your wife's asleep, you know, she's sleeping there, this is not the stick you want to be using. Because she will be kicking you out of your computer room real fast. Oh!
Oh, what went man down?
Coaster down!
Here, I'll take over. Let's fight.
Yeah, let's fire up.
Oh, you're giving me the cheats, eh?
I'm firing you up!
I would be wiped out right now.
That's why we fire you up.
That sky looks so nice.
Oh, it looks amazing. Dude, this is crazy hard.
Yeah, I should point out that I was actually able to. What I did was, as part of testing, I tested that I could beat every single round with one light without dying. So I know it's possible to actually do it.
That's wow. So in order to achieve something like that,
look at those guys
they came
are
up from
sneaky.
below. Santi said the original arcade was hard too. So, but McGeezer, in order to beat it with one life, I would imagine that you would need to memorize the game.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what people did, you know, in the arcade days. I watched when I was young. I actually watched somebody beat the game just with 3 lives, which was quite something to see. You know,
And-
go from
yeah.
round 1 to round all the way through to round 27 at the time. You know, it was just quite incredible. You know, but they could do it. And that's the thing. You know, you've got to memorize the game really.
Well, you know what's really cool is I obviously prefer to play without the cheats, and I've made it up to, in the limited amount of time I was testing it, I made it up to round 5, and that was just in one night of gameplay. So it's the kind of thing, I think it's got a good learning curve, McGeezer, because you do start to learn the game. You know, like there's a few things that will just kill you if you just run right into them, but if you anticipate them, you know when they're coming, and you learn the game, then you can defeat them, you know, on your next playthrough.
Right.
So it's definitely a learning curve, and I can understand. It's a good learning curve. It makes you want to.
There's a
keep coming
challenge
back.
there.
Yeah.
It makes the game interesting. Makes you want to come back and try to get to that next level without using the cheats. Because I think, as you said, is this game was designed to take your quarters. It was one of those insert coin to continue, and you could keep playing until you ran out of money.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it was. I really wanted it to have that kind of comeback factor, you know, so that was the whole point in the round passwords in as well. If I'd made the game like super duper hard where you had to start from round 1, nobody would have actually been able to kind of beat the game at all, and they wouldn't see the game. So that's why I put the round codes in, and I think it's a nice addition to it, you know.
Yeah, because if they want to see, oh, check it out, he's riding on top of that armadillo. That's crazy. I hate that guy in the early levels. He's oh, you can't land. I land on his horn. I guess I'll do it. But that guy is tough when he gets delivered in the early rounds from the dude in the sky. He's tough. They come right at you. It's crazy. But yeah, no, so are the round codes part of the original arcade version? It sounds like they're not. Oh my god.
No, they weren't part of the original arcade.
Yeah, no. Generally, in that type of game, you always started at the beginning, and again, it was a game that wanted your money.
We need more lives, Bill.
Yeah, Anthony, hook me up.
I'm asleep at the switch. Here we go. Hook you up. Boost.
Purple Haze said he's familiar with the arcade version. Oh man, I would have gotten wiped out there. I would love to see you play it, Purple Haze, because it's a really hard game.
Yeah, I mean like you said, you want a challenge, certainly, and it's nice that it's like the difficulty ramps up, even though you know you can't tell with me playing because I'm not good at it. But you know, it feels like a game that you can beat, you can play it. Yeah. You don't want to feel like you can't beat it, because then you might put it down. Right. You don't want to play it anymore. Amiga
Live says, use the Mario technique for killing everyone. Vamped Amiga says, congrats on Rygar. Beautiful port, Graeme. Yo, Reggae Parat 3, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Ugg George, what's up, Ugg? I love this one with the sun. This level with the sun is great.
It's got a nice visual.
Very synthwave-esque. Oh, so when you die, you lose your power-ups.
Oh, lava monster.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to... I wonder if I can shoot his lava fire.
Yeah, you can shoot the lava.
I bet I didn't. Ski Jumps says, when this is released, someone will speedrun it. What kind of time does Graeme expect? Be interesting to compare what gets achieved. Good question.
When this is released, someone will speedrun it. I don't know. I mean, the thing about it was that when I created Bomb Jack Clear Edition, I was expecting it to be, there was 64 levels on there, right? And like I couldn't actually beat the game. And then within about 2 weeks, there was a guy on YouTube who actually beat the game completely with 3 lives, and I remember being like really depressed because I put so much effort into making the game as difficult as possible, and like this guy sort of like just beat the whole game, and I was gutted about it. So I don't know, maybe I would be quite happy if somebody doesn't do it within a month. But if somebody does it, in maybe 6 weeks, I'd be quite happy with that. It means that they've invested the time in actually playing the game, which is, as a developer, that's what I want. I want people to play the game and have gone through that and seen every part of the game, which would be really nice for me.
It'll be interesting though, because I feel like speedrunning this game, you know, you can definitely, in the limited amount of time that I've played it, you can definitely choose whether you want to get through a level as fast as possible, or if you kind of want to hang back and try and go for a high score. There's like two different styles of gameplay with this one.
Absolutely, you can. So, you know, like I say, there's a couple of challenges there, so which is really good. You're going to need some invincibility here, I think.
Purple Hazemaker, who is familiar with the arcade game, the arcade version, says he thinks it'll take about 20 minutes for a speedrunner to do it. Which is like, that kind of makes sense, because I think it would be a little more than that, just based on the little, like, I sped-run, quote, sped-run, like, the first level, and I think it took a little over a minute to do it, just by, like, basically running straight through it. So if you multiply that by 30, that's 30 minutes, unless someone somehow can do it even faster than that, you know?
Yeah, there's some parts in the game where, particularly at the end of the sunset rounds, where you've got to fight like a large demon. It's like a metallic demon. That might stop people. That might cause people to like kind of lose lives. So they've kind of got to get past that challenge as well. But you know, it's all good. You know, I don't mind if people speedrun the game and you know and get through it and get to the end of it. And you know, it just shows that they've played the game, which is all I want really.
Oh yeah, I mean that is all that matters, right? You can play it any way you want, as long as you're having fun. Oh, Hazemaker said less than 1 minute per level. Wow, that'd be impressive.
Oh, someone's asking where's the Krupnik?
Yeah, that's called Krupnik, George. Hey, what's up, Micro? Great to see you. Micro saying congrats with the game. Graeme, he's really looking forward to playing it. And George has got a great question. No, sorry, Jamie Morgan has got the great question. What does the icon with the tiger mean?
The tiger icon is means you can jump on the enemy. You can jump on the enemies and you'll kill them
instead of stun them.
Yeah.
Normally, when you jump on top of the enemies like that, Jamie, it will stun them. They'll still be alive.
Yeah, they squish down like in Mario.
There you go. You see how you're killing the enemies there. Normally, they would stun the enemies.
I'd love to see Jamie Morgan Just Games do a speedrun of this, or just play it. Thanks, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Alejandro. Oh yeah, theater. Well, we're gonna finish up soon anyway, babe. It must be late for you there, Graeme. What time is it in the UK?
25 to 11. I'll have to make tracks in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to wrap. Yeah, my awesome wife is here, and she made dinner for both Anthony and I today.
Wow.
So
and I didn't even expect that. And she's a good cook.
She made a vegan dinner for us.
And she's one of the only people I'll eat vegan food from.
Cause she's got the skills. Because Anthony ain't no vegan.
Anthony, you'd be cooking with me.
She had me making once vegan meatballs and pizza. I still remember that with my Hello Kitty apron. Yeah, we do. We do have to do cooking again.
Next week we're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe we stream on Twitch too. You can talk.
That'd be awesome. You want to say hi to everyone?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. George wants to know if you've heard any crocodiles up from Florida.
Yeah, no, just my belt and my boots.
Oh, Santi Dark G's got a great question. I think you talked about it at the beginning of the stream, Graeme. But you know, that was a long time ago. Santi's asking what tools did you use? Sublime, Notepad++, etc. I guess you were building and testing on WinUAE. Wish I could learn C a little bit. Game looks awesome. After following you all these months, Santi is a professional game developer. He's got a new game coming out called The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, really?
Santi is no joke. Yeah.
He's involved in The Last of Us?
He gave us the Naughty Dog T-shirts, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Santi and Vincent GR were our two first followers over on
YouTube.
Awesome. Sorry, Graeme. Go ahead.
You know what? It's been so long, I completely forgot. Yeah, those games are great.
Yeah, and he did Uncharted as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So on the development tool chain, I'll not go into great detail, but it's use WinUAE, Notepad++ on Windows. These are all running on Windows. And the tool to do the to do the assembling is VASM. But I also have kind of a tool in there called DevPack, which is using the debugger called Monam. That's in there. What other tools do we use? On the graphics side of things, I'll use Personal Paint. I will use a great utility.
Nice, great Amiga paint program there. What was that last one?
Tiled. So that's what Kevin used to actually build all the tile maps in the game. That's a really nice utility. If people get the chance to support the developer with that, it's really nice.
And that an Amiga program or Windows?
No, that's a Windows program. It allows you to build like tile maps. The ones that you see here in Rygar.
So I just did it in 48 seconds left, and I stopped to kill a couple of enemies. So what does the timer start at?
60.
So I did it in 12 seconds.
Well, you might have picked up some...
Oh, extra time.
Extra time.
I gotta try that again.
I wasn't paying attention.
Sorry, Graeme. Sorry, I got excited there.
Yeah, you can speed run it. I mean, that's not a problem.
So Purple Hazemaker might be onto something there, where he said you could do it in less than 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, there is rounds that are kind of later on. Will stop you doing that because you'll kind of have to negotiate when there's enemies flying. For example, on round 3, where the waterfalls are, you've kind of got to negotiate when you've got the flying enemies at the top, and you've got to jump on each ledge on the waterfall. So you can't speed run like completely above. You can't speed run that, but you've got to take care to actually get across.
Got you. I'm gonna see how fast I can get through level 1. Ugg George says nice job. Oh, Kevin is asking if Graeme needs any other testers for Rygar to iron out any other bugs.
Yeah, I mean, I've had about 3 or 4 testers. Dimmy and D and Mark have done a real good job on helping testers in testing the game. But yeah, the more testers the better. And it's one of them things where I'm going to have to release the game, and people are going to come back to me and say, "Oh, this doesn't work in the game," or "There's a bug here," or "There's a bug there," and then I'll be able to get them all together and get an issues log, and then just sort them all out all at once, and then do an update of the game. It's kind of the only way really that I can do it.
I'm sure once the game gets out into the wild, some people are gonna find some bugs, and that you never imagined.
Right.
Even lowly old Amiga Bill found a couple of bugs before the stream.
Yeah. Now Amiga Live. Now base is 020. This is an AGA game. The minimum CPU on any AGA machine is an 020. But does this game benefit at all from an 030, 040 processor?
Sorry, Anthony. Say again. Does it what at all?
Does it benefit? Like, do you get any, smoother play? Anything from having an accelerator?
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got like a faster processor, you'll find there is bits when there's a lot of enemies on screen. It might stutter a little bit. It'll drop it down to 25 frames or even lower. But if you've got a faster processor or an accelerator card, you'll not see any of that. It'll just fly through it at 50 frames a second.
Great. That's good to know.
I died at the very end there, Anthony, but I've sped run that pretty quick.
Yeah, you were cooking,
I was
dude.
cooking, man.
You were booking through there. You were driving it like you stole it.
Yeah, Santi's on his knees right now, thanking you for assembly language. He said it's an incredible achievement, Graeme.
Thanks, man.
I ain't got no cheats involved.
I think that assembly language is like the holy grail of Amiga programming.
The 10 seconds for that
it's
one.
Certainly game programming for sure, because you want the most speed out of the machine you can get.
And that's the beauty of it, really. You're kind of working right at the lowest level you possibly can, apart from binary, of course. But you're really squeezing every last bit of performance out of the machine. If you go a level up and go to a high level language like C, you lose performance because the instructions that are generated just cause things to go a little bit slower.
Right, you're relying then on their sort of interpretation instead of being able to do it yourself.
Absolutely. And I guess I'm a bit of a masochist. I like the control. I like the ability to kind of just make sure I've got control of everything.
I'm whipping through them pretty quick. See, it's definitely a speed runnable. Yeah, exactly, Hazemaker. Speedrunners always find the way. George is asking if something like this could be done with a slower speed in Amos.
I guess it depends what processor you've got in the machine at the time. If you've got a 60 an 060 in the machine, when it can probably be done with the Amos, I guess. But,
yeah, but I appreciate you doing it up for stock 1200. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's great because it just opens it up for so many more people who may not have an accelerator, may not have extra RAM.
That's why I gotta get on that 060 list, Anthony. Oh.
Yeah. Gotta get on that list. Gotta hook us up.
Yeah, man. Santi sent me the link. I gotta get on that. It's been a crazy week, as you know, for me work-wise. Anyone else have any questions for Graeme? I know Graeme has got to wrap it up soon. He's got is late there in the UK.
Anything you missed on the sheet?
I think we answered most of the questions. Oh, you know what? I think this will be a good one, even though we touched on it early in the stream. I want to know, Graeme. So Graeme has done the Bomb Jack Beer Edition, which is an incredible port of Bomb Jack for the Amiga, the Beer Edition. Rygar AGA, which we're playing right now, is his second game for the Amiga, which is coming out this weekend at Amiga 34 in Germany. Graeme, what's the future? What are your plans for the future? You have some amazing skills, and we want to know what's next on your plate.
Yeah, so next on my plate is, and I meant to do this after Bomb Jack, was I ended up doing Rygar. I'm really keen on doing for game development, so I can take the source code of what I've got now for Rygar, and I'm going to run some tutorial videos on how to code in assembler. So I've kind of been buying lots of tablets, like drawn tablets and webcams and things like that to help along with that. And I'm quite interested in streaming as well, so to be game development tutorials, because at the end of the day, I want to see better games come out for the Amiga. And if I can help with that, then absolutely, then great, But as far as next game is concerned, it's very much going to be my own game, and it means that I can kind of take a little bit more time with it as well, not work quite as hard, and not just take a little bit of time out to, because we've all got families, right? And I want to spend a lot more time with my family, so it's going to be a much easier project. But the project will be I've kind of got a name for it. It's going to be called Kill Chain. So look out for it coming out, and it's kind of going to be how should I say it? Probably a Terrican meets Impossible Mission type of game.
Oh, I loved Impossible Mission.
That's awesome, Graeme. When do you anticipate? I'm not going to give you a release date, but are you going to finish it next year, year after, or just kind of taking it step by step and seeing where it goes? I know it's so hard because you got a family and you've got a full-time job, so I can't even imagine where you find the time to do this. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably going to be if I'm honest, it's likely going to be a 2021 game, probably early. But I really have got to kind of take my time with it. And I've done 2 games in 2 years as well, so doing this game, it's worn me out quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to spending a bit of time with my family.
You certainly have earned it.
Yeah, and you've got to take breaks. You need to recharge your batteries creatively as well, otherwise if you get burned out, then you're just not going to create anything. So yeah, that's awesome. No problem, Gunstar. I'll put the link for the 060 in the Discord, no problem.
And I don't know if you folks heard, but he said he is spending money buying tablets and drawing tablets and things. So again, can you just reiterate, how people can support you? You have Facebook pages. Go ahead and shout them out.
Yeah, just just go and have a look at the Rygar AGA Facebook page. Just follow the page, tell your friends about it. that type of thing. If I do come up with another project, when I do come up with the other project, I might do some sort of Kickstarter or something like that, to sort of like, to maybe generate some funds for the likes of the boxes and stuff. But that would, it's just really about getting the games out there and sort of like helping others to build the games as well, and just showing people who's interested in making the games that it isn't really a dark art. You can make good quality 50 frames per second games.
You've certainly proved that
with the Amiga, and it's it's harder than building games with higher level languages like Amos and Blitz Basic, but the rewards are a lot more, in my opinion. And like I say, it isn't super difficult once you know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I always encourage anyone to make a game, whether or not they make it in Amos or Blitz Basic. It doesn't matter, because the more people making games for the Amiga, the better, because they're only going to improve on things. But when you can make it with something as smooth as assembly like you've done here, it's just incredible, Graeme. I'm on your Facebook page right now. I'm on the Rygar AGA for Commodore Amiga page right now. I dropped the link into the chat. I also I also dropped a link to Graeme's YouTube channel in the chat, where he does live streams of his development as well as tutorials. I can't believe that's so awesome. So you took all these old floppies that you were talking about, and you took the labels off them.
That's even better than recycling.
Yeah, exactly. And I see you got some labels here ready to go for Amiga 34.
Nice.
That is just awesome. This is a great Facebook page. Let me get you back up.
Now,
there.
what did you have to do with all the books that came with those Windows floppies?
Those went in the skip. Went in the trash.
Remember the days when you got an actual book manual with an operating system? Yeah.
Purple Haze has got a great question. Is it possible to get a floppy disk without going to Germany?
I'm going to say yes, but I've got to wait till I come back from Germany. So I've had a few inquiries about. Obviously, I have to be careful, but I've got around about 20 or 30 labels left. So we'll see what happens when I come back from Germany, and if I've got some left.
Yeah, Graeme, you could also, because what I'd love to do is I can make the disc myself. If you send a label, that would be awesome, because I can just make a floppy disk myself. A lot of Amiga users still have floppies, and they could just make a floppy from the ADF file and then just slap a label on it. And you can have like one floppy disk, and when you make an update, if you find some bugs and you make an update, we can just burn new floppy onto the same disk. Yeah. So if you can't, that would be rad to be able to get a sticker. Yep. Maybe you could have like some little some little PayPal setup where people can get a sticker and give you a little extra for all your hard work,
Or Patreon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that isn't a bad idea, because I don't see any problem with the stickers. And those are quite cheap to kind of generate. It's a local company here in the UK, of near to where I live, that actually does them. So that's quite a good idea. The physical boxes, actually, the 10 physical boxes that I had done came from China, and I don't know about you, but once they came into the UK, I ended up getting a huge charge for import tax.
Yeah.
It cost me an absolute fortune to actually make them. So, but hey, it's you live, you learn.
Yeah, that's a killer. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool. Like,
a label for your
Amiga
disc.
Then
that would be awesome.
You have a floppy disk and you can keep it up to date. Burning the ADF file. That'd be super cool, Graeme.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll tomorrow put something on the Facebook page with because I can't see a problem with that. Doing the stickers, and the really nice vinyl stickers as well. So that's not a problem. And
you can make it so we can give you like a donation as well. We can make the price for the sticker a little bit more than shipping and the cost of the sticker. So we can just as a little token of thanks.
Beer
to
money
you.
At least.
Yeah, beer money. Mick Geezer needs his beer money for more beer editions.
Yeah, we're gonna need some beer money. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's about it. Graeme has got to run. Anthony and I have got dinner ready. So
This has been awesome.
It's been
I'm glad
awesome.
we had you come on early because this has really been great.
Yeah, there's always so much to talk about, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time, Graeme.
Yeah,
And
sorry for keeping you up late.
I appreciate you speaking. You again on your YouTube streams as well. You speak very intelligently to people who don't know assembly language like myself. You take a very high level approach, 30,000 foot approach, where even if you don't know assembly language, you can still understand what Graeme is doing. So, and that's what you did today on the stream as well. And it's just been awesome talking to you. It's just so nice to talk to you, face to face, so to speak. Besides always when we talk on EAB or on Facebook or whatnot.
I guess one last quick question. So how did you get into programming the Amiga? Was it just playing games and you decided you want to make one?
Yeah, that's actually quite a good question. Before I had me Amiga, as I mentioned, I had but before that I had an Atari 800, and then before that I had a ZX Spectrum, and it kind of I work in cybersecurity as for my day job, as a penetration tester, and that involves kind of hacking. And I was kind of always, I guess, from a bit of a young age, I was always sort of trying to get in and see how the games worked. In the ZX Spectrum days, I was trying to break in the program and see how they worked, and it kind of went from there really. I've had the personality where I always want to know what's under the hood. The devil's always in the detail type of thing. And so it's just kind of having that mindset, and that got me into programming. And I took that from Spectrum to the Atari to the Amiga, and I love programming really. It's absolutely great.
So you could say you started really early then with 8-bit machines, and that helped you get into your career. It sounds like.
Absolutely. So probably ZX Spectrum, about 7 or 8 year old. How old was it? Start with BASIC. When I got to the Atari, I was more into assembler then, and poking around, seeing how things worked. And then when I got to the ST, and I bumped into a few guys and who knew what they were doing, that type of thing. That's when I got introduced to the Motorola chip, and from the ST to the Amiga, just got better and better, really. Yeah.
I started out as an Atari guy myself, Graeme. My dad bought me an Atari 800 back in 1980, and I didn't realize it back then. But when I went from Atari 800 to Amiga, I didn't know I was following the legacy of J minor essentially. So, but it was really cool to learn that later on. There's something special about both machines. The Atari 800 also had its own custom chip, so to speak.
But I took the better route, 64 to Amiga.
I don't know about that.
There's you can
this
definitely
guy.
This
the
guy.
legacy the 800 XL and the Atari 800 definitely.
Thanks everyone for saying all the kind words in chat. I appreciate that. Santi, yeah, a good one, man. Good luck at Amiga 34
Absolutely,
in Germany.
yeah,
Graeme.
have a great time.
I was trying to make a last-ditch effort to make it to Amiga 34 just right before the stream. I was talking to Michael from Amitopia, and unfortunately, just my work schedule right now is just not going to allow me to do it, and I'm really, really bummed. But it's been, I'm going to miss you guys, but I wish you all the best at Amiga 34. Please say hi to everyone, Graeme. It's Amiga community is the best community.
On a second, Morgan at Just Games agrees with me. That's all I'm going to say. Done. Argument over.
I'll have a video for you guys.
No way. It's the proper path is Atari 800 to Amiga. That is the proper path. The Atari, the Amiga is...
Look, another one.
No,
Pacemaker, same thing. Boom.
Oh, man.
We're done. Argument over.
Everyone's saying, Graeme, thank you so much for your hard work and efforts. It's incredible.
Your work is just it's incredible that you're doing this now. I mean, these are commercial quality games.
Yeah. Oh, Invent71, who's in chat, Kevin, who did the graphics for Rygar. He's saying thanks so much, Graeme. Thanks to us. Have a great day, night, everyone. Thank you, Kevin, for making your amazing graphics and on this game as well as many other Amiga games. The graphics on Reshoot are outstanding, amazing. All your work is just top notch. So thank you, Kevin. We're so lucky to have you in the Amiga community, both you and Graeme and all these other incredible.
Well, because you need those people.
Yeah.
You need the music people. You need the artists. You need the coders. Yeah, it is great that we have so many of these people still in the community.
You don't really need us. We're just
No, don't need us at all. We just play the game.
yeah.
But you do need us because, and when you come out with your game, I'm sure we'll be on the list to buy it.
Oh yeah, we'll be right up there. We'll be first in line, Graeme. I appreciate you very, very much, man. Thank you.
Good stuff. I tell you what, guys, it's been a pleasure being on the stream. Really enjoyed it. I was a little bit nervous, but it's been absolutely brilliant.
Well, you can see we're a couple of goofballs. So
Yeah, you can't.
there's no one to be nervous about. We're probably more nervous than you are.
Yeah, it's appreciate you very, very much, Graeme. So, Graeme, at the end of every stream, I usually do what's called a raid, where I take all my viewers and dump them into someone else's channel. Unfortunately, none of my close friends are streaming at the moment. But what I'm going to do, what I think will be interesting, is to raid the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Now, I've spent the past 2 weeks, I've spent in Chicago. Chicago, third largest city in the United States, center of the country. It is also ground zero for gaming in the country. They have, amazing pinball games came from there. They have some of the best arcades, maybe the best arcades in the country. And one of those arcades is the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Me and our friend Zach Weddington are working on a new documentary called Arcadia. It's about the history of arcades.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so Zach and I have been to Galloping Ghost Arcade. We've did an interview with Doc, who's the owner of Galloping Ghost Arcade. It's like the one where Billy Mitchell and those guys go to when they try and create a high score. So I don't know, they might not know.
A lot of controversy with that name.
Yeah. Well, like all the big dogs go to Galloping Ghost. So we're going to raid Galloping Ghost Arcade. And I figure it's appropriate, being that you're porting arcade games, we'll give Galloping Ghost a raid.
Before we do that, we got to do something, though.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Oh, nice, dude. Seeing Cat is saying thank you very much. Everyone in the chat, I thank you all very much. Yeah, Anthony.
Wingless Anthony. Here, I have my wings. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm very, very, thank you, SuperTech TV. Appreciate it. I don't miss Angel Anthony. I prefer the real Anthony, but Angel Anthony is a good substitute while he's not here. But yeah, Anthony, we're gonna before you go back home, we're gonna definitely shoot a new episode of The Guru, which is gonna be awesome. If you guys want to know when I stream, be sure to follow me on the social media. I got a new command. You can do !social. I'll do that right now. Hold on. Let me carefully do this. !SOCIAL, and you can follow me on all the social media to know when I'm going to stream. I try and stream
like in Super Frog. I don't know how Super Frog flaps. Hear him flapping.
One of the things on the social media link that you can see there is the YouTube channel that me and this guy do together. We've been doing it for a long time now. Anthony and I, we started making videos back in the early 90s before YouTube. And we need to post some of those videos, by the way.
We need to.
Yeah.
We got some in the can.
We do. So Anthony and I have a YouTube channel called The Guru Meditation. You can follow us there. You can follow me on all social media to know when I stream. Next stream is looking like early next week-ish. I'm not sure exactly when because my work schedule is just bonkers.
He probably is thinking, damn, those Americans like to talk.
Oh yeah, exactly, Ski. Anthony and I haven't been together in I don't know 7 months, so that's why we like to chat. So there you go. That's how you know when I stream. !social.
Right.
Graeme, congratulations and thank you so much for this game. It's completely addictive. I was playing it pretty late last night.
Keep an eye out for this game, everyone. Keep an eye out for his next game that hopefully you'll be able to give him some money for and give him some love.
Exactly. Good. All right, we're gonna guys. We are gonna take it to the hot tub, and Anthony, take it away.
I'll see you on the next episode of the Guru Meditation.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.
Just